Ooh, who doesn't love some Unfound? If you guys can hear that background music. Coming at you live today is a talking picture. I'm just kidding. It's me. It is me today. What's going on, everybody? I need to view this. Thank you very much. Ladies and gents, we have a special here today. We are building a very special keyboard. It is the QR, what is this? 081 from Qeeke. I don't know if you guys saw the, I'm not sure if you guys saw the review that I put out of this keyboard a little while ago, but it was there, and it was pretty sweet actually. And now I'm finally building in it. So now we're gonna have a full-on built-out keyboard with this thing instead of just leaving it in its stock form. Josh, what's going on, man? What the keycaps? This is the Ducky frozen keycaps. They're very Easter friendly. Foo, what's up, man? What's up, Mr. Nugan? Mr. Aim Right. Mr. Aim Right. What's going on? You like this keyboard? I like this keyboard. It's a very aesthetic keyboard. So this is the what is this? I can't even remember. It's the 60% from KBD Fans, the Tofu 60 RGB, and yeah, these are Ducky frozen keycaps. So it all goes very well together. I used tangerine switches in these. I'm not a big fan of the tangerine switches. They actuate a little too early for me, so I have a lot of accidental typos with this. So it's more of a showpiece than it is me actually using it, unfortunately. But today's stream is not about this. It's about the Qeeke keyboard, the KR-081. Let's pull this out here. Yeah, it's beautiful. Thanks, man. Yeah, it is a beauty piece, that's for sure. I'm gonna move this this microphone a little bit further up, get this out of the way. Can you guys hear the background music? And is it too loud, or is it just right, or too quiet? Just let me know. Ian, what's going on, man? How you doing on this fine Saturday? How's everybody's Saturday going? I actually, I woke up late, and then I did some stuff, pretty much nothing, really. And then, actually, no, I did. I launched my automotive YouTube channel, so if you guys have a chance, go check that out. It's called JDTechGear. I know, very original from my JDTechGear name, but it's all under the umbrella, so you know it's got to be in the family. But I did launch that today, so check that out if you have the chance. And then I fell asleep, so I want to hear how y'all's Saturdays have been. I don't hear any music at all. Okay, so that's good. I'm starting off with no music. All right. I didn't really get time to dial in the music the way I wanted to, but that's it. Jaden, we can't hear anything. All right. You should be able to hear a little bit something now. Just let me know if you can or you can't. And in today's keyboard, we will be building the Qeeke KR-081, but we'll be using Gateron Oil Kings here. These are supposedly a switch that does not require filming because the top and lower housing are very tight, and they're also pre-lubed to pretty much perfection, and lubing and cleaning these switches would just be redundant and doesn't really make the switch any better. So I'm in search of the perfect switch that doesn't require any taking apart or filming. So if I can do that, that would be great. I'm at work. LOL. Ian, where are you at right now? Do you work at night? Are you based in the US or are you somewhere else? Nice Oil Kings, pre-lubed. Yeah, gotta love the pre-lubed. Saves times. Saves a lot of time and my mentality. Still can't hear it. Okay. I gotta make sure this is on. I kind of... Oh, yeah. Well, that's kind of down. All right. Last time was a little loud, so I kind of dialed it back quite a bit. So I didn't want it to... I didn't want it to sound too strong. All right. This is the Qeeke KR-081. And guys, let me know what you think about the background music if it's still too quiet. I love that site. I buy all my switches there. Where do you... Which site? Because I bought these from KBD Fans, the Oil Kings. Bought those from KBD Fans. All right, so this has its own proprietary software, so there's no VIA or anything fun like that. Oh well. It just is what it is, man. But that's okay. VIA is great, but it's not the one all save all for me. That's just the way it be. All right, and here's the Qeeke KR-081. Packaging is very nice. There's like solid foam all the way around. And this actually is supposed to come with, it's supposed to come with a cable, actually. And it comes with a couple spare keycaps and a keycap puller. A decent keycap puller, not the little two-prong. But this will be out, I'm not sure when, but it is available for pre-order. And that was going to be at around $219, I think. So you get a complete board. It's gasket mounted. It's full aluminum. You have these JDA profile double shot PVD keycaps and a choice of Gateron switches. It's also got Bluetooth connectivity as well as the wireless dongle here that you can see. And it's magnetic, so it stays in the case. I don't know why I'm having such trouble taking it out right now. What is wrong with me? Oh, there we go. Okay, there it is. It's a pretty strong magnet, actually. I don't care for the colors. Which one? This one? On the keycaps or like in general? The keycaps we're switching today. We're going to build this keyboard, so this is not going to be its final form. UK, I work nights at Concierge. Oh, very nice. Are you having a slow night tonight, Ian? Austin, what's up, man? Hope chat and having a good night. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good night or a good day or evening wherever you are around the world. More options would be nice. All. Well, I mean, gray and black is pretty simplistic. I think you know, it's a bit conservative, but I'm fine with that. This is their first keyboard, so they're gonna only offer probably conservative colors at first, and then they'll have their fun blues and pinks and whatnot later down the road. But yeah, I'm fine with this color scheme, just the gray and black. It's very simple, very conservative, and will match a bunch of different styles. More options would be nice. Yeah, it would. It would definitely be nice. Again, it's their first keyboard, so they're not going to have a whole bunch of color options, just because they need to do the research and development to making all the anodization looking right and getting the coatings to work properly and not have any mismatches in colors and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, more options would be nice. That will probably be in the future, though. So we are looking at potentially, I think, is almost production ready prototype here. So we are going to build this out. I'm going to get my keycap puller and start pulling this thing apart. Start pulling it apart. The keycaps are actually pretty decent quality, believe it or not. The legends are actually pretty crisp. Pretty crisp, and it is dye sublimated, or yes, dye sublimated. These are not double shot. If I said double shot, then oh well. Understood. Yeah, got to start somewhere in this hobby. I don't know what it's like, the upfront cost to developing a keyboard. I'm sure some folks out there know better than I do. Yes, very quiet. Well, hopefully my live stream can at least entertain you to keep the night a little bit more interactive by building a keyboard. So here we are. I've never worked concierge, but I used to work plenty in the service industry, at restaurants, being a server, and doing lots of customer service. And now here I am building keyboards. I like the little the novelties they have on this board. It's actually, they're kind of cute, But the red is a little much for my liking, or is that like a deep sunburnt orange? I don't really know. This keyboard actually has a pretty nice sound to it. They are north facing. Are they north facing? Yeah, I think they are north facing. Yep, they are north facing. Yep, that's one of the other issues I had with this board, was that they have north facing LEDs. So if anyone doesn't know what that means, it means that the LED, when you take out the switch here, is towards the top. And what that does is it can give you potential clearance issues with different types of keycaps, because as you can see, the switch has different dimensions on the north side and the south side. So usually we favor south facing LEDs. Sage. Yeah, I know. I hope that's a simple fix for them. Again, this is one of their early versions here, so maybe that is a potential to fix down in the future. We're going to put on some cherry profile switches here, so that will put the north facing LEDs to the test here, and we'll see if we come into any sort of clearance issues. I hope not, but we will see, because this is a JDA profile. Nope, I did not come up with that name. That is legitimately what the name of these keycap profiles are. And I don't know, they're kind of like DSA a little bit, somewhere between DSA and CAT. Cherry profile. I think cherry profile is still my favorite. And then it's SA and MT3. Those are all fun profiles. I like the big profiles just for the heck of it sometimes. But cherry profile can be probably my go-to for most of the time. We got a little LED bar over here. We have some LED lights coming out through here. It's a very visually interesting board. There's a lot going on. And then there's the Qeeke logo on the back. I like it. It's pretty cute. Hey, can you try the stock stabs? Is it good? Yeah, the stock stabs are decent. They are screw-in. There's no lube on them whatsoever. So you can probably get away with taking these apart and lubing them, and it would be just fine. But for instance, this is what they sound like. I will pause the music real quick, and we will see what, or listen to what this sounds like here. Come here. There we go. All right. Microphone is in position. It's about 8 inches away from the keyboard. Never mind. Just fell over. Got a big heavy apparatus over here. All right. So this is what the stock stabs sound like. Like I said, honestly, not bad for stock and being completely unmodified. They did not use any pre-lube that I know of. They might have used like a little bit, but it's very minimal. It has a retro look to it. It kind of does. These big rounded corners I'm a big fan of, especially these sloped off edges. A lot of manufacturers are going with very sharp corners, and it's a little, I don't know. I like the rounded edges. I like somewhere a blend between modern and retro, and I think this balances that line pretty well. They could dial back the styling a little bit for my taste, but overall I like the retro look to it. Looks Commodore 64 retro. Yeah, like the way it just like slopes off the edges here, I think is very interesting, because usually we just see like a little rounded off edge with most keyboards, but this is actually pretty decent slope. So I don't know what the cost to develop such a slope off the edges here, because that's a pretty complex design choice, I think, because of the way it slopes down so evenly, and it's such a big bevel around the entire case. And you have a pretty thick bezel on the lower and top over here, and the sides too. So it gives you a decent amount of keyboard around your keycaps, which I personally like, because the sharp edges is a very, very modern look. Like you can see over here with the Tofu 60, there's plenty of inspiration from there. It's a tried and true modern layout, but I like that this changes it up a little bit, makes it visually distinctive. Because you can have, well, the whole Switch came out with that one. You can have a bunch of pre-made keyboards or kits like GMMK Pro and the other one from Gateron, the Q, what is it? Is it the Q1? I can't remember. And it can get a little boring after a while when you have so many sharp-edged keyboards that kind of look similar, but not really. I don't know. I don't know what the proper verbiage is for that. And then, as you can also see, we have a polycarbonate plate here, so we get a very muted tone with this keyboard. Very muted here. But we're gonna try these Oil Kings, and I can't remember if they have a low pitch or not. But I'm pretty excited to hear what they sound like, just like completely stock. And I don't have to lube them, which is even better. No lube for you. Tolerances look pretty good on this keyboard. Like all the edges are crisp, they're clean. I don't see any manufacturing defects. There's just like this one itsy bitsy little like, I don't know what to even call it. It's just an unevenness in the anodization, I think. And that's like the only thing I've found. And for a prototype, that's not bad, considering the rest of the board is pretty much flawless in terms of its coating and manufacturing, it seems like. Alrighty. The switches are out of here. These can go back into our box, because I probably won't use these. They'll be good backup switches. But ones that I'm not going to use. And we have a choice of keycaps as well to choose from, so I'll be interested to hear what you guys think will look best with this board. That's right, I got a new switch puller. Yes. Right here. It's a titanium switch puller, guys. Let's see what this is all about. Hopefully, oh, okay. That kind of went flying. Take these out right here. Oil King may not have any cherry profile interference on north facing board. That would be good. Do you you know which one? Do you know which switches do have that kind of interference? Is it like Kale switches? Are those the ones that give you trouble? Because Gaterons are fairly friendly with different PCBs and stuff like that. You guys can see that flex. You see that flex. There's a little bit of flex down there. I like that this switch puller is actually pretty low profile, so I can get in between the switch housing and the edge of the keyboard right here within the cluster without marring it all up, which is pretty nice. It's a little tricky to get out. Polycarbonate is not my favorite kind of plate, just because they're pretty finicky. get out of there. I think aluminum is still like my favorite. It's just so easy to build with. And they give a pretty neutral sound profile. Yes. Now we're talking. Get out of here. I'm interested to see where this keyboard company will go, Qeeke. I'm always an advocate for new people in the market because this competition is good. Especially if you can order them in stock. In stock items are always a plus. Oil King designed to use on north facing, I think. Oh, so from the get-go they kind of just implemented that. I did not know that. Gateron's been kind of killing it with the Switch game right now. They've been really like just pulling their weight across the board. Like I remember when Zeal were like top dog and you would pay so much money for a Zeal Switch, over $1 per Switch. I mean, don't get me wrong, these Oil Kings are pretty expensive, but there was just like no competition when it came to it. It was like, yep, there's a Zeal Switch, and then I remember when Tangerines came out, everyone was crazy about those, along with Durock switches. You know, people were like, this is pretty much 9/10 of what a Zeal is, and it's not nearly as expensive, which is really nice. Oh my god, the Switch went all the way underneath the desk. Get over here. Thank you. Whoops. I can't move this chair around without knocking into everything. Not just Kale, like any Switch with a short stem will cause interference. Well then, I guess these Oil Kings were meant for this board. Come on, get out. This is so annoying. Oh, Polycarb, how I've not missed you. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Anyways, Gateron has been coming out with switches left and right. And I'm fairly excited to see what these are like. Just seeing their progression is crazy, because I remember when Black Inks came out and those were all the rave, and they still are. You have the V2s out. Come on. Come on. Some of these give you a tough time getting out. There we go. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And then there is also a silicone gasket underneath this, I think. So we got internal dampener, polycarbonate, gasket mounting, and there's also foam underneath the PCB. It's pretty well sound treated, so you don't have to do a ton of modifications to get it sounding the way you want it to. So pretty good acoustics right out of the box. For $219, this is what it will get you. Oh my gosh, not again. Well, this one's holding up better. It's not bending a lot, this switch puller, because my other switch pullers like break left and right, and they also bend a lot. So this titanium switch puller is pretty nice. It's a nice change of pace. So remember, I bought the one from Rama, and it's just like a little piece of sheet metal, and it literally bends on the first one. Super annoying. I want to get Oil King 2, but have to buy a new board for it though. Isn't that such a shame? Like you literally you get either switches or you get keycaps, whatever it is. You get it in the mail, or you might even think about buying or purchasing them, and you're like, wait a minute, I gotta build a whole keyboard around this. I can't just buy this. There's no way. And that's the dilemma I run into like all the time. I'm just like, is this gonna be worth it? Because I really like these keycaps, but then I just want to build a whole board around it. Like I can already think of like the sound profile I want to go with, the kind of feel, the layout that I want, and you know, the sparks just start flying. You're like, all right, that's the way I want to go about it. And you're like, well, now I'm gonna dump all this money just because I want to buy these switches. And then I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe next time, but I'm not gonna add this to cart now. I only bought the Oil Kings when I got this keyboard. I was not gonna buy them just for the sake of buying them, unless I had a keyboard to put them in. Otherwise, they would just be sitting there, waiting to go back into the keyboard. Or into a new keyboard, I should say. Alrighty then. Now we can take this apart, and we'll show you guys what that is like. Let me grab my build tools. Grab my tools. Alrighty then. Here we go. We got 3 bolts up top, 2 on the bottom. So 5 total, not a whole bunch. Which is kind of surprising. We usually see a lot. And let's see, what number do you think these are? 3.5? Nope, that's too big. Let's try a 3. Yep, that seems to be a good fit. And then grab my little parts tray here. Psychedelic. Oh, these are in pretty tight. Holy moly. Need a torque wrench. Spec down. Are they all this tight? Yep. Alright, so fair warning. If anyone gets this keyboard, it's going to be a little tough to break these loose. Surprisingly. I also like I like the rubber feet they got here. They got 1 long rubber strip here and then 2 big rubber pads over here. Kind of goes along with the Qeeke logo here. So if you guys can see that, you just got the 2 eyes and the straight mouth. So it's kind of similar with the rubber feet. It's very well themed, I think. I think they did a good job designing this board, making it their own, making it unique. What's the bev? What is a bev? Is that an acronym for something that I don't know? Or am I just a simpleton? I don't know what it is. Okay, there's another. Oh my goodness, this one's going to turn the whole keyboard. There we go. These are really in there. Okay, so this top half should come off. Yep. Just like that. Very nice. All right, so yeah, we got our PCB foam. It's interesting. It's like a low profile foam here. It's very thin. And it's not like a pour-on foam either. I don't know what kind of foam that is. It's interesting. So let's just move this up over here. All right. So we have our daughter board down here connected to a battery, which is covered in foam. I'm not going to even bother taking that apart. Pretty shallow profile within the case. So that's it's pretty small inside the case. So you're not going to get a huge hollow-like effect. Kind of reminds me of the GMMK Pro with how shallow it is. Then you got your diffuser here for the LEDs, which are up over here, and there's a diffuser right there. And then it looks like we got a ribbon cable going over here, right here. Not sure what that does. but that's pretty interesting. And then we've got screws all up in here, which I think are, so is this top mount? They said it's gasket mount. I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused. Oh, beverage. The beverage tonight is water, believe it or not. Oh, interesting. Look at this. We got this little tiny ribbon cable over here too. I have a 2 extra pack Gateron Yellow Pro, 2 pack of Milky Caps, V2, 3 extra sets of Keycaps right now. So yeah, don't even know what to do with it. Dude, I feel you on that. It's like they just start building up and you're like, I need to do something with this, and it's freaking me out. It's kind of freaking me out. So we got a ribbon cable going to the USB-C port. We have one going to the daughter board, but that's not a ribbon cable. But this is, not really sure what that is. And then we've got these screws. So it's gasket mount, but it's also screwed into the top here. Okay. Well, guess we're taking it apart. So it is what it is. Let's take it apart more and see what it is. Gonna leave this guy out over here. Leave that over there. What do I want to use for a screw? Is this good? Need something a little bit more bulky. Yeah, that's good. Wonder if this is technically... Where is the gasket? I want to find the gasket here. Okay, so these are not screwed in very tight. These are actually screwed in very, very loosely. So I wonder if that dictates how much flex there is in the board. I'm curious, can I just pop this out? No. Okay, so what is this mounting? I am a little confused on how this is mounted. Well, we're going to find out. I'm just going to take apart everything. Because technically this side still can push up. It doesn't look like these screws are holding in anything, but it's probably getting sandwiched right here between the top of the case here and this like frame. So technically it could still be a gasket mount because this isn't the top of the case here. This is just a frame, which would be kind of interesting. I don't know what kind of, if that still counts as gasket or some blend like a burger mount. I don't know. All right, let's take this out. Yeah, that is what it is. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. That was not what I was expecting. Wow, okay. So this is the top of the frame. This is where the gasket mounting happens. Right here with the frame and the top of the case here. So technically it is gasket mounted, right? So we got gaskets all along here. And we've got one gasket on the plate for some reason. Okay. And another one here. So I guess that kind of pre-aligns it, which is nice. You don't have to like align it every single time. So yeah, it's a gasket mount, but between a middle or sandwich layer frame of some sorts, because this counts as another layer of the case. So it's like a 3-part case. That's interesting. Have you tried the Oil Kings yet? I have not. This is going to be the first time I'm actually trying the Oil King, so I'm pretty excited. Bruh, what is the mounting? I don't know what to classify this as. It says gasket mounted on the website, and I don't want to get too technical here, but I think I'm just going to call it gasket mounted for the sake of it. All right, let's see. Does this come out yet? Okay, it does. All right, it does, but we still got ribbon cables attached to the board, so you got to be very careful. Technically, you don't even need to take this out, really. Because, oops, okay, so that came out. Great. I'm just going to put this in here. Because technically that shouldn't have come out. I think that should have just stayed in there, right? Is this going to do the same thing? Kind of. Alright, I'm just going to leave that there. Yeah, go in there. There you go. Okay, so technically, I don't want to mess with these ribbon cables. They are really tiny, and I don't want to take them apart. If you guys can see that right there, that is one of the ribbon cables, and then here's another. I feel like I'm disassembling a laptop. Well, I guess technically you could take out the ribbon cable. Alright, I mean, we're this far, so I mean, why not, right? But I don't think you have to take it out. And the reason... Well, now it's stuck. Now it's not coming out. Alright, cool. Come on. Get. You know what? I don't want to mess with it. I'm just going to leave that there. Alright, so what I'm saying is you can screw this in somehow. Oh, wait, no. You can't. I lied. So that's actually very interesting. Yeah, it is interesting. It's a very interesting keyboard, how it's mounted. It's not anything like I've seen before. Okay, so you do have to take off the top frame. You do have to unscrew it. I would like to separate this from the frame, but these ribbon cables are freaking me out. It's like taking apart a laptop. All right, let's see. Does this come out? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. The ribbon is still there. Did I just break it? Who knows? Does anybody remember how to take out ribbon cables? Like, this one looks like it'll come out. No, I just ripped the ribbon cable out. Okay. So, don't do that. Don't rip out the ribbon cable. Can I put this back in, please? Oh my god. The ribbon cable does come out, but you gotta take apart this little tiny plastic piece and then this piece. What a pain in the butt. I mean, technically it makes the contact. You just have to... I don't like this. Same thing here. You gotta take out your little piece and then you can remove the ribbon from there. It's just very delicate. And I'm not very delicate with keyboards. I kind of just brute my way through. All right, so it's separated. We're here already, so why not? Let's just keep going. Ribbon here, ribbon here. So you have a little clip that holds the ribbon in place. You just have to be careful with those. You don't necessarily have to take out the ribbon cables, I don't think. You could still work with it with the ribbons in. And you just take off the plate here, and then you could have pretty much full access to the PCB and do whatever you want with it. I'm just doing it for the sake of demonstration, so you don't necessarily have to do that. All right, let's get this out of here. And you could also unscrew the daughter boards here if you want to, but I'm not going to because I don't feel like it. And that's that. Back to the beverage. Okay. We got gaskets along the perimeter here for the plate. And the plate is held in with these, what are these? Oh yeah, these are star drives. So we got star drives over here. You're gonna need a precision tool set to take this thing apart. There's quite a bit of different variety of bolts you have to take out. Oh, that's a little too big. It's also a little big. That's way too big. Alright, we're going with this one, I guess. Yeah. Alright, we're going with this one. So keep that in mind. If you want to take this keyboard apart, there's quite a few things you have to take apart here. So these hold in the plate, which I personally like because since this is polycarbonate is just really finicky to begin with. And just having something to hold the polycarbonate down against this silicone internal dampener is pretty nice. I do like that. Okay, and that just lifts up. There is your plate right there. Very nice. Okay, And then here is your silicone pad right here. And there's little notches here to align the plate. So it aligns very nicely. There's not really a way to screw it up in terms of alignment, which I like, because with gasket boards, sometimes you got to mess with them a little bit just to get the gasket just right with the way you want to align everything. But this has provisions everywhere to get it all lined up. And then to get the silicone dampener lined up, you got these studs here. So that's nice as well. This is a fairly complex keyboard. And I could see there's got to be a lot of research that went into this. It's fairly robust in terms of its design. All right, we are finally down to the PCB here. So as we mentioned before, these are north-facing hot swap 5-pin switches. It comes with screw-in stabilizers. I don't know which brand. I think they look like GMK, honestly. And then what kind of brand? And okay, so these are, I think, wait, what brand is this? I think these are Gateron hot swap switches. Yeah, it's kind of hard to read, but I'm seeing a G and an N at the end. So I think these are Gateron hot swap switches. Okay, very cool. Very cool. So they made this PCB pretty much custom, because I don't know another PCB that looks like this, attached with all the ribbon cables and the LEDs. So they made their own PCB. They made their own mounting system. There's definitely a lot of research that went into this. And it looks like you can take out these studs if you want to. I'm not going to. There's no reason to. The heck? So many screws. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of screws with this. But still, less screws than the GMMK Pro from Glorious. That thing had so many screws. Alrighty. Now I got to take out these screw-in stabilizers. Yeah, let's use this. Alright, let's see if there's any lube on these stabilizers. I'm kind of curious. Put you right there. Alright. Screw-in stabs. I'm going to put you over there. Alright, let's see if there's any lube on these guys. Very, very little amount, which I kind of like. I kind of like that they did not lube these stabilizers. It's a slippery slope. You could honestly probably still use these. These actually look like a decent screw-in stab. There's no clip-off feet like you would see with a GMK screw-in stabilizer or anything like that. So, and the clip-in for the stab wire has a pretty nice overhang, so these won't pop out, which the Duroc V2 stabilizers fixed because they had that issue before as well. So these actually look pretty decent. What do you guys think I should use these, or should I use my C3 equals screw-in stabilizers V3? What do you guys think? Rip, only 8 people watching. Hey man, that is more than plenty for me. I don't need a whole big audience because I can look after 8 people. That's all right. If everything was about numbers, then we wouldn't start anywhere, right? Goat stab, they said. Yeah, I remember those. The goat stabs. That was really something. How dare they call that a goat? Come on, Glorious. Why would you call them goat? Just use all stock. Okay. I'll use the stock. I'm going to use the stock stabilizers here. I am going to lube them. These look perfectly fine to me. I might use a little Band-Aid mod just on the bottom of them, just to dampen them just a little bit, and then that's it. Dude, you're so... What is this? Yes, use the stock ones. What do you think about the Boba UT4 switches? I have not tried those, the Boba UT4s. I wanted to, but I went with kind of their relative, which was the Anubis, the Anubis switches, I think. Those are fairly similar in terms of sound profile and feel. But I eventually will try some Boba U4 I think. Dude, you're so bad at this. OMG. Bad at what? You gotta explain what I'm bad at. If you're gonna call it out. Alright, we got all the screw-in stabilizers out. Alright, there they are. And we're going to use the stock ones for this time around. But we're probably going to use a little bit of Band-Aid material here just to dampen it a little bit. So let me grab a pair of scissors for that. All right, here we go. Here we go. Johnson & Johnson, totally not sponsored. Dude, this is so awesome, and you are great at this. Many gratitude, lad. Hold on. We gotta talk about this, okay? We gotta talk about this. Can't be playing with my relationship emotions like this. First you tell me no, then you tell me yes. I can't be doing that. I can't be doing that. If we're going to use stock on this board, we're going to see how good we can get stock to get. Now, this did come with Gateron red switches. We're not going to use those. We're going to use the Gateron Oil Kings. But in terms of the sound treatment, I'm not going to put any additional sound foam. I'm not going to put any tape mod in this or anything like that. We're going to hear what all the stock sound and acoustic materials are like. And we're just going to modify the stock stabilizers and get the most out of this board that we can try to get. I have a raised oh, that's funny. Hey man, everyone's got a keyboard they start out with. Mine was a Corsair K70. This was before the land of RGB. Only came in with a red LED backlight. That thing was very loud. It had cherry blues. It was insane. Pretty sure my family hated me for typing up all my college essays on that thing. What is the difference of the sound of wood and the sound of aluminum or just plastic? You mean in terms of like the case material, or are you talking about like a plate material? I don't know if there's a wood plate, but in terms of case, aluminum, it's hard. Plastic has a more high-pitched sound to it, but not in a way you would think, because plastic can also mute things as well. You don't get as much of a hollow effect. You just get this higher pitched sound, and it's muted. So that's kind of how I determine plastic. For aluminum, you can get a lot of sound deadening and also a lot of reverberation. That's why there's a lot of sound foam within aluminum boards. And then with wood, you get a very deep sound out of it. Very muted sound as well. It's very dispersed. However, you can get a lot of reverb out of it as well. Case. Okay, yeah, I was right. Oh, these kind of wobble a bit. These are tight. These wobble a little bit. I'm going to fix that. Don't want these moving around on me. Not sure I can get that tightened down. Oh, yeah, there's a pretty good gap on these bad boys. All right. There we go. Okay, now they're all tight. All right. Band-Aids are ready to roll when we are ready to roll. New to this, what's the point of tape? So tape, here I'll show you guys. So tape will, so the stabilizer here moves up and down. Let me get a tweezer per se. So this is the stabilizer stem right here, and it goes up and down when you're pressing on this, the space bar, the shift, backspace, whatever. So when it comes back down, it's just plastic against the hard material here of the PCB. So to dampen that sound a little bit, to dampen the impact, we put a piece of Band-Aid material just to kind of soften it a little bit so it's not as harsh of a sound when it's coming back down. So hopefully that explains it enough to understand. And sometimes people even put like a little bit of lube on top of here as well. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Depends. Sometimes you get a little sticking, but just putting a little bit of lube on top of here will also soften it as well. Alrighty, alrighty. It's that time again. We're gonna break these out. I'm not gonna use the holy mod because, to be frank, I don't have patience for the holy mod, and I have mixed results about that. So I'm just gonna use like the stock stabilizer. I'm not gonna get too wild over here. There's a little bit of lube on these. Gonna clean these off. It did, thanks. Awesome. Yeah, so if you guys are new and have any questions about anything, I am very happy to answer. I like informing people or answering questions. That's what I'm here for. I am not gonna pretend that I didn't have questions when I first started any hobby. So I like being approachable because no one likes to be left out in terms of learning. Gotta learn somewhere, I guess, and if I can do that, that's why I'm JDTechGear. I'm just kidding. All right, so we only got 4 stabilizers here, not a whole lot. We're gonna be using the XHT BDZ, I'm sorry, lubricant here. It's very thick. It's a Krytox blend, I think. And you do not need a lot. Oh my God, I used way too much. Of course, just jinxed myself. All right, so you literally just use a very small amount. It's either this dielectric grease or Krytox 205 or Trivosis 3204, but I think this stuff is the best so far. This is my second time using it. The first time I had very positive reviews. So you guys heard what this sounded like stock. Now you're going to hear like what it sounds like with a little bit of lubricant. And hopefully that can change y'all's minds. Or not change your mind, but just give you an idea of what the difference sounds like. Alrighty. Let's put this in here. Are the wires straight? You know what? I didn't even check. They should be straight, but yeah. I know people like to straighten them out before you put them back in. Let's see. They're pretty straight. If they get to a certain point of straightness, I can't really get them any straighter. Okay, that one's pretty good too. They're going to sound great. I hope they sound great. Okay, I mean, they're pretty straight. I'm tapping on the edge here, and there's not a whole lot of movement side to side or whatever. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to lube the insides of the housings. Oh, well. We're just going to lube the wire. That is all we're going to do. My board I am using is good. Which board are you using right now, Josh? Is it the glorious one? I forget which one it was called. Okay. This has a decent amount. This stuff is like paint. It's kind of ridiculous. All right, in you go. All right, there's one done. You know what? I think I am going to put Krytox 205 in the housings. Since there's not a lot of them, it's not going to take 5 ever. Figured I could do it anyways. Alright, get our 205 out here. Just clean off this brush in case there's any excess lubricant. And just get a little bit. Just dab it. Just dab it a little bit. And then real quick, just do the sides here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, there's one. Put this back together. Dab it again. Get a little dabby dab. Again. Side, side. I think Glorious is coming out with a new board soon. Yeah, I saw that one. I think Josh actually ordered that one. It's on pre-order, GMMK 2. I was hoping they'd come out with a GMMK Pro 2 that solves some of the muting issues that they have, and also the really tight stab housings that they have, or the plate stab fitment is just way too tight for screw and stabs. 65% new build keyboard. New keyboard build. Hope they have GMMK Pro 2. Yep, me too. Voxel, what's up, man? How's your weekend treating you, JD? It is going pretty well. My wife is away for the weekend, so it's just me rattling around in the house with the cat screaming in my face all the time for food. But it's been pretty good. I've been catching up on sleep because work has got me way too stressed out right now. And so, yeah. I just napped like all day. I was not that productive, but you know what? That's all right. Some days you just need a little rest. What about you, man? Stabs. Yeah, the stab issue needs to be fixed, because I remember people were really complaining about the Glorious stabs. They were over lubed, and if they wanted to use their own screw and stabilizers, it was just going to be way too tight. So they kind of shot themselves in the foot with that one, but that's fine. That's fine. I got my Duroc V2 stabilizers to fit in that keyboard. Alright, here we go. Alright. See, it didn't take that long. We just need to get the sides here lubed up a little bit. Alright, you're all good to go, my friends. My stabilizer buddies. Now we can just get these back in here. Alright. Number 2. This stuff is so thick. Oh my gosh. The stabs on GMMK2 are plate mounted, and they can be screw-in stabs. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad they gave you an option, because I remember on their original one that it was a TKL, and it had a micro USB port and only plate mounted stab support, if I remember that correctly. Haha, glad it's a chill weekend. Yeah, me too. I literally ate food. I had like a late dinner, early lunch kind of thing, and then I just fell asleep for 3 hours. I was like, what just happened? I don't know what happened, but I'm kind of glad that I fell asleep for a while, because I got a grand total of like 20 hours of sleep last week. I need a cotton candy cable. Wink, wink. Josh, you should order a cable from Voxel. It's just like getting the Bentley of cables. My wife and I sleeved 200 feet of cables today, so it's been... Holy crap. Oh, wait, so you got your wife working with you, too? She has a job pretty close to home, right? So she helps you on the weekends? That must be nice, because, like, sleeving cable all day sounds like just gonna make my thumbs hurt. Just thinking about that. Saw it from a big eTuber channel. Yes, I love goat stabs that are complete. Are apparently the best, but I guess the worst too. Yeah, the goat stabilizers are not very good. They are super mushy, over lubed, and you can't. It's not like you can just clean the lube off of it. Cleaning off lube is so hard to do. So hard to do. I had the old GMMK board TKL. Yep, that's the one I had, and I eventually threw it out because I broke it. I broke the micro USB port. I forget what happened. I was so angry at that thing. and I broke it by accident. I was like, you know what? Good riddance. Goodbye. It was like my first kind of custom keyboard. I was like, I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money. I just kind of want to test out the waters. And I was using very unorthodox methods of lubricating switches and stabilizers, and it did not come out very well. But you know what? It got the job done for what it was. And it kickstarted my passion. So you know what? It serves a purpose. Other than using outdated technology. But glad they're doing something new. Josh, how much is that board that you pre-ordered? Kind of curious. Yeah, she helps me with however much sleeving she's up for on the weekends. This was a big one for my last pre-order. Oh, you had a pre-order series. Oh, yeah, that's right. You did have a pre-order series. So you just like try to knock it out in 1 week. That's good, though. I missed earlier. Do we know who makes these stabs for this board? I could not find any branding. It might be on the website. I haven't really combed through the website or the web page for the KR-081 to really find any information on the stabs. But they look like a better version of GMK stabs because there's no feet to clip off or anything like that, and they have a pretty good hook in for the stab wire, so I'm not worried about them popping out at any sort of time. So they look pretty decent. So I asked Chat. Chat was like, let's use stock. So we're going to try stock and just kind of juice out as much of the stock sound value out of this board. And we're going to see what we get. Maybe they're Gateron. Because there was Gateron switches. It uses Gateron hot swap mounts for the PCB. So maybe these are Gateron PCB mounted switches. I wonder. I'm going to use a little extra lube on the space stabilizer because stabilizers always require a little extra work, don't they? All right, there we go. We got as much done as we could, but we ran out of brown TechFlex about halfway through. So you got like 400 feet of sleeving to do. That is insane. About halfway through. Fortunately, we're sleeving ahead of the schedule. Well, that's good. Bro, you're always on top of it. I don't know how you do it. You must get a ton of orders, and the kind of cables you do just require so much customization. It's like, oh man, I gotta have like a spreadsheet for all these different customizations and keeping track of all that, all the little small details. Have like an assistant for that or something like that. All right, last stabilizer is lubed. Just gonna wipe off the excess here. This stuff is pretty expensive, so I want to make sure I use at least most of it. All right, get in there. Yeah, get in there. Alrighty. Gonna just cap this for a second so I don't get this lubricant all over the place. Let's count how many times I said lube this stream. Alright. What else do I need? I need, I need those guys. Oh no, 200 feet of cable, but we got 100 feet of TechFlex on. Oh, gotcha. All right. That makes sense. I think, yes, we are going the right direction. Yeah, 400 feet of cable. That's like, do your pre-orders include like all the customization options you usually do with most people, besides the colorways, obviously? Alrighty, so let's get this in here. And let's see how these stabilizers sound. I feel like this is the wrong... Oh, wait, yep, that's clearly the wrong one. Wow. That's way too big of a screw. Here we go. I don't have any O-rings for these screws here. Oh well. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. This is I like the design of this PCB though. I like the artwork they have on here. Everything's branded, labeled. It's got like a stamp of manufacture date. It's got all the right details, I think. Which I, for one, can definitely appreciate. It's a very interesting board. Very interesting in how this thing mounts. So I noticed some stabs don't fit like the Durox stabs on the Warmier WK61 board. They sent me 2 boards, so I had to mod the stabs that came with the board. Were you trying to do plate mount or screw-in stabilizers, Josh? Because I think they only have plate mount support. Yep, pre-orders still have a ton of options, in this case for GMMK copper. Oh, you did a copper series. Oh, man. I wish I bought in on GMMK copper. It's such a unique set. Very, very pretty. And used that new... What is it? Use that new method of coloring the detachables to make them like all these crazy colors. It looked really good. Clients could pick one of 3 colorways plus full control, size, orientation, the whole 9 yards. Dang, dude. That's insane. That's pretty awesome though. And I don't know how you manage like all those finer details in bulk, but yeah, the fact that you can keep up with that is kind of insane. I, for one, have a hard time just getting back to my emails. I get a lot of spam emails, though. I get a lot of companies that reach out to me asking about, you know, can I review this and review that? And, you know, half the time that has nothing to do with the YouTube channel. It's like, it's not even based around technology sometimes. And sometimes I don't, like... Office stuff is more ergonomic and all that sort of stuff, but there's other things that I just straight up don't review, and it's like I have to filter through all of those every time we try to get to one half decent email. And that's why I have such a hard time getting through my email. Come on. Here we go. Alright, now we're going to test out these stabs. Make sure they sound okay. Alright. Plate mount stabs, Durox stabs are very tight fit. Well, that's also good too, because then you get a good sense of whatchamacallit. You get a good sense of no rattling around with the stabilizers, at least for the housings. The detachables are patinaed by Knee Deep Patina, and oh my god, the colors he's putting out right now are mine. I saw those on your Instagram. They look so good. So good. I love the copper and the blues that are in there. It's just so pretty. And yeah, it's top notch. I actually struggle most with emails. All right, so it's not just me. All right, great. I have yet to find a durable inbox system that actually filters out spam, because for the most part it does not. Alright, so we're just going to put this in here, and we're just going to see if there's any sort of stab route. Actually, no, I'm going to keep this off. I just want to hear it against this. What style is this board? Acrylic? Aluminum? This one is aluminum. Full-on aluminum, actually. And then we have the polycarbonate plate. And then a gasket mount. So it's quite the variety. Alright. This guy's up first. How long does it take you for you to make a cable and ship out to Voxel? Ship out. Just curious. That is a good question. I think it's fairly dependent on a couple of factors. Alright. So this guy isn't going to sit in properly, but that's fine. We just need a little sound test here. Ooh, that's pretty good, guys. Pretty even. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! I'm happy. All right, very good. Let's try the other ones. Let me get a 3U, please. There we go. Yep, that's pretty good. Pretty even there. No rattle that I can hear. Very nice. All right, all the stabs sound good, guys. That was the first try too. Let's hope none of that changes when we put the board back together. All right, let's get this station cleaned up a little bit. Get this lube out of here. That's actually paint in disguise. Okay. And get this out of the way. Put the Band-Aid stuff back. Put that over there. All right. Now we can assemble this board, guys. All right, so we're gonna put this back on the way I had it, which, okay. Please stay. Please stay. No, that's not staying. All right, so these are on the bottom here. The gaskets kind of stick to the polycarbonate, so make sure you find a way for them to get back into their correct spot. All right, where are we at here? All right. Need my star drive, and I could barely see the screws on this rainbow colored parts tray. I don't know why I chose it, just because I like the colors, I guess. I'd just be like that. But it's very hard to see all the different parts on there. Kind of form over function, but that's fine. Sounds good, the stabs. Thanks, man. I'm actually pretty happy how they turned out. They turned out pretty good right off the bat, which I'm kind of surprised with. Considering that I don't know what the stabs are. I think they are Gateron. But the fact that they turned out so nice on the first try is definitely heartwarming. Thoughts on optical switches? Yes, they are good. Depends what kind of optical switches, but I mean, you're not going to get a smoother switch. There's literally no resistance in optical switches. It's insane. They were developed by A4 Tech, and they were put into a lot of Bloody keyboards, and then now Razer has their own adopted from Bloody and A4 Tech. And they're just the smoothest switch in the market. I don't think you can really take them apart or anything like that, but they're very nice. There's not a lot of customization in terms of using an optical switch, but that's kind of just how it is. All right, now we got to get these ribbon cables in. Let's see if they actually still work when it's all said and done. Oh my goodness, this is a little nerve-wracking, I'm not gonna lie. Is this the right way? This has to be, right? I'm confused. Why is the ribbon cable getting like pushed up like that? Hold on. And the gaskets are coming off. Yeah, great. Gotta make sure to put these gaskets back in. Okay. That one goes there. But why is this one giving me a little trouble? Why you giving me trouble, man? You gonna be like that? Alright. This one's gotta like reach over? I don't understand. This ribbon cable over here is like getting pushed off to the side. It should be able to reach, but it's not properly reaching right now, so I don't know what's up with that. It's just a wee bit confusing. I'm just gonna say it. Why are we doing this? Can't be like this, can it? There's no way. There's no way. Yeah. No, there's only this way. Am I stupid? I don't know what's happening. Why is this giving me an issue now? Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Yes, I am stupid. Ha! You're supposed to go like this, you dummy. Got it. I got it. I promise. Alright, so you put your ribbon cable back in. And then you put your clip retentioner back in. Let's hope I remember the right way this went in. Yes, I think this is the way it went in. Ooh, this is tricky. This is really tricky. It's Rocco tricky. Come on. Maybe I should screw this in first. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get this screwed in first, and then we'll see how this goes. So, get this right here. And make sure this is all lined up. Yep, just like so. Alright. Now let's screw this back in place. It'll make my life a little bit easier since I don't have to worry about this all moving within the frame. Gateron yellow optical switches. I put these in my GK61 and lube them. They sound great. Wait, you could put optical switches in a normal 5-pin hot swap? Is this something I did not know about? Okay, be like that then. This might be a little bit trickier than I thought. What is the correct way to mount this just right? Wait a minute, I'm just noticing something. I don't have any of the pour-on gaskets back on here. Okay, so yeah, there they are. So these have to go back in here. So sometimes they stick to the plate, and then you got to make sure that they're back into the frame and also the top half of the case. So otherwise you'll lose your gasket mounting ability. So let's make sure these are in. Got all our gaskets accounted for. I kind of like that they're built into the frame like this. I wish they did have some adhesive on them to stick them properly to wherever they need to be mounted, but you know, this will do. No, you need an optical PCB. Yeah, that's what I thought. Unless the GK61 is an optical PCB. Alright, that is all lined up. Alright, let's try to get this. Okay, I think I might have to hold these together. Squish them down a little bit. There we go. Yep, it's a little tricky to mount this back together because you also have to squish down the gasket material. I'm not putting these screws in very tight because I still want some flex to the board. I feel like if it's just a little too tight, might be sandwiching the pour-on gaskets a little too much. Okay, come on. There we go. Needs a little manhandling or strong-handedness to get the, because it was still separating a little bit up over here, so you gotta like squeeze it down quite a bit just to get it get it all back together. Very interesting process here. But once you have a couple in, it should make life a little bit easier. They make optical versions of the GK61. I did not know that. That's pretty nice though. I think optical will definitely be the way to go in the future, because 5-pin hot swaps, or 5 pins in general, are just a lot of extra material, and the optical switch is just, it's just a single mounting surface that goes in, just a single pin that kind of drops into place. It's pretty nice. All right, we got 2 more here. So it's very easy to mount optical switches. Actually, I did lube optical switches. I lubed optical Gateron blacks, and that was in one of my EPO Maker hot swap boards. So I hope there's more options in the market for optical switches. That would be sweet. All right, this is all tied down. Let's see if I can get this retention clip back in. Might have to use this tweezer here. Yeah, the Keychron have both options for mechanical and optical, if I remember correctly. Oh, yeah, that's right. They do have a couple optical options. A lot of the cheap hot swap boards have 2 versions of it. What do you guys think? Do you think optical is the way of the future? I am curious to know what you guys think. I don't know how I'm going to get this back. This is, wow. Okay. So they kind of just slide in a little bit. There we go. All right. And then the ribbon, yeah, so the retention clip just kind of pops back in there. And you don't have to like squeeze the tabs in or anything like that. Okay, I thought it was going to be a little bit more complicated than that, but it's not. Just make sure your contact points are going back in. This one is a little bit smaller, so let's use this. Get you back in there. Okay. Retention clip. Okay, retention clip is in, and that should be in now. All right, so hopefully these functionalities still work when I put this back together. Alrighty, now the bottom of the board here. Let's get this plugged in, so we can get our daughter board connected here. Okay, that's plugged in, and we've got that all lined up. We're not going to add any tape foam or anything like that. Okay, flip this around. Now let's get this. Feels like it's moving that way. Probably once more options for switches are available to take over. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's just slowly trickling in. Gateron's big on it right now, and some boards do have that. And they're just generally easier to work with. Because every time I put in a hot swap PCB, and I'm putting switches in, I'm always worried about bending pins. And pins always bend. I see people review some switches and they're like, you know, these pins came bent. I'm giving it 1 star. I'm like, dude, those pins bend all the time. That's just how they are. So if it's one less thing to worry about, it's probably the way to go. And plus, they're very smooth. The limitations of smoothness for a traditional Cherry MX style switch, I think, are pretty much at its maximum. All right, the board is back together. The Mark I is complete, Iron Man. All right, so I could probably put these back. All right, and then we can take these apart here. All right, we're unboxing these Gateron Oil Kings. Oh, it comes with a little bow. Aw, how sweet. Look at that. This is some fancy packaging. No wonder why it was so much money. I'm confused. Why is it open on the bottom like that? That is definitely interesting. All right, so we'll slide that off. And then this just pops out like so. And then how do you take these out? Do you actually have to use a switch puller to pull these out? Yeah, maybe a little bit. It's probably why this thing costs so much money, spending so much on packaging. Okay, that's interesting. Who am I to judge? Alright, so gonna have to get used to plug it in like that, I guess. You know what? Let me just check how smooth these are. Yeah, actually these are pretty dang smooth. I'm not gonna lie. Holy moly. That is a very smooth stock switch. There's no spring pinging either. Oh, that is really impressive. Holy crap. Ooh, that's cute. I like the soft chamfers. Yeah, me too. This is like an actual packaging. A box of chocolates. Yeah, if you had a girlfriend that was or boyfriend, whatever, if you had a significant other that was into chocolates and keyboards, this is the one to go with. Because this is very nice. It's very fancy. I feel like I just ordered some Dove chocolates or something. These are very smooth, and there's like, I can't hear any scratchiness like right now. I mean, there's a little bit of background noise from my PC and stuff, so I won't get the best sounding profile off of these right now. I'm trying to listen for deficiencies, but I mean, from what I can tell right now, they sound pretty dang good. So good. Yeah, seriously. These are taking me by surprise. I mean, you know, you watch reviews, but then you experience something in person and it's different. The only thing a review does, if it can't build the physical sense around the product, is build up an expectation for the product. And you just hope that whatever your expectation is when you actually buy the product, that the two meet peacefully. Can't complain about the bent pins when they come like that. Yeah, I know. That's just how these types of switches come in. Like, even these are actually pretty straight. Actually, I should check for any bent pins, guys. Maybe this is keeping it from getting the pins bent. That's a very good microphone, or those are some really silent switches. No, these are actually pretty dang silent. I'm not like smashing on them, but this is just normal pressing. Like, it's kind of surprising. Wow, none of these switches are bent. No bent pins, guys. I don't know if you can see it. It's probably a little hard to see on camera because they're so fine. But dude, this is nuts. I understand the packaging, but you could use this. You could use this for a switch tester. Like, this is so over the top. Might be a little wasteful, but you know what? I guess it's cool. That's what my Prelude switches came in. Same packaging. I get mine from Gateron. Oh, they come in this plastic retainer. I think they came from the same factory because Gateron has great switches. But what a soft and beautiful sound of the switches. They are soft. And the black housing reminds me of a vintage black. They kind of have that weight to them as well. It's a pretty it's not a super heavy switch, but it is decently weighted. I forget what the weight is on these springs. That's about how I felt with my first GMK set, Taro Dark. What? You got some Taro Darks, bro? Lucky. So much hype around GMK, but when I finally took the dive, I was not disappointed. Yep, same here. I think my first GMK set was GMK Metropolis, and I just loved the colorway on that. I was like, I need a GMK set. I just want to know what it's like. And when I got it, I was like, wow, these are really... I was just used to all the off-brand, not off-brand, but just all the basic key sets that came with pre-built keyboards that were like $30 or so. So seeing the GMK set was definitely blowing me out of the water. And this was back in 2020, I think. So this was before we have all these different varieties of brands. Like, yes, SA was still a thing, or I mean, Signature Plastics and EPBT was still like really getting their process down on pat. But like GMK was the definitive leader. Now, not so much, because now we've had a lot of competition catch up to GMK. But like the first time I saw it, it was like, wow, this is a big difference. You could use it to lube bottom housing of the switch. That is true. You could use this as a little switch lubing station if you want to lube the bottom housing of the switch. And you could probably, if you had 2 sets of these, you could probably use the other set for the top housing. It's like a little mini lube station. I love this thing. It's so cool. I'm going to keep it because this is very practical if you have a whole bunch of switches, or you want to lube switches or whatever. You want to give someone a present for switches. This is very nice. I mean, it even comes with a bow. I mean, it's like 95% of the way there already. Now I want some Oil Kings. Wait, Josh, I thought you ordered Oil Kings. I see why these have the price attached to them. And they were pretty hard to find, but apparently KBD fans had a whole bunch. Just got to pay that shipping. That lovely shipping that they've got. I think the little tabs came out. It's kind of hard to tell. This is coming together quite nicely. I love that I did not have to open these up. It's so great. Housings are really tight as well. The stem wobble is pretty good too. You need a little bit of stem wobble. You don't want a lot of stem wobble, but you don't want ultra tight stem wobble either. You don't want to create too much friction. This seems to be a halo switch, maybe? Like the perfect switch? We'll see. We'll see how it sounds when we're typing. Obviously, your mileage may vary with the different kind of board that you're building these in, but we'll see. Funny thing is that I got that set the same day the PBT version came. Oh, yeah. I got that set. I'm actually contemplating on using that set tonight. The PBT Taro for you guys. Is this magnetic? No, it's not magnetic. Okay. I was going to lose my mind for a second. All right, I'm going to put the little bow back on. It's just so adorable. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I love it. Perfect. A little bougie for me, but you know what? I guess we're getting bougie tonight. Yeah, I think a lot of people are a little burned on that. They're like, why did they released the Taro caps like a couple months prior, and then they got the PBT ones to come out, and a lot of people were like, the PBT colors are so good too. Like it was hard to differentiate it from the actual GMK set. So it was like, why did I spend all the money on these? Which we're actually going to open tonight. I haven't actually looked at those. Yeah, I keep my packaging. No, I didn't order Oil Kings yet. Well, this might change your mind. We'll see how these sound. Kind of crazy. Honestly. Like a way fancier packaging that's actually needed, but keeps the pins from getting bent, which I definitely like. Oh! Shot that out at me. I thought Gateron didn't use those cases anymore. Wait a minute, they used these before? When did they use these? I did not know they used this type of packaging before. This is a first for me. This is like the fanciest I've seen. Actually, the other fancy one was from TTKC, I think. Some TTKC switches. Wait a minute, no, they're matrix switches. I'm sorry. TTKC matrix switches. I can't remember the official naming of them. But they're pretty nice too. I've yet to use them. I think I'm going to use them in my frog build in a couple weeks from now. They've got a nice tactile bump without being too sharp and without being too loud. Very nice blend of a switch. Alright, why is this one giving me a tough time going in? Alright, let's try that again. I think it's in. Okay. This has a little bit more resistance on putting that one in. Okay. I have like 4 of those from when I bought my Cap Yellows. What? Cap Yellows came in this packaging? I love that they have the option for a cheaper in-stock version. Yeah, me too. I was very happy to see those, and I grabbed them like immediately because Taro is one of my favorite purpley colorways. I only got the GMK because I got it from a friend, and I was ready to try GMK. Well, yeah, that's pretty nice too. If you can get it from a friend, that's like perfect. Probably not going to get scalped, hopefully, so they're still your friend. I got to see both GMK and PBT side by side at a meetup. So, what do you think between the PBT and the GMK set? Because I do not have the GMK set. I love Taro. Taro is one of my favorite colorways. Oh, my cat's sitting down over there. Hi, Leo. Maybe the packaging is reversed for the Halo product switches. Probably. They've had, like, the Oil Kings seem to be like one of their most pricey switches. I mean, Gateron Ink V2s are as well, but those just come in a bag. They've always come in a bag for me. Any of the inks have. They've never really came in any fancy packaging. And then I used the CJ switches. Those didn't come in a bag necessarily, but they kind of did. I don't know. They came in a box, which was holding a bag inside that held the switches, so it wasn't just a bag. It was a little different. When the V1's released, maybe you're right. Okay. Yeah, maybe for the Halo products. This seems like the top Gateron switch for them. Because I don't know what else they would change from the switch. It seems pretty much perfect from this initial impression. So we'll see over time. Like, I know a lot of people were really hyped up on the Aqua Kings. And I was not a big fan of the Aqua Kings. They stuck a lot. Even when I clean them off and re-lube them. It is what it is, though. Where is that switch puller from? This is from Canon Keys. I think this is like 15 bucks. It's titanium, and it is yet to bend on me. And I've been pretty brute with it, so I'm pretty happy with this. I would definitely recommend getting one of these titanium switch pullers, because I've seen some switch pullers that are like 80 bucks, and I'm like, okay, that's a little much. But piece of titanium, $15, and you only have to get one, so I have a bunch of switch pullers, but I've broken like 90% of them. Only takes like a couple boards to get through, and then they're just going to break. And they bend like crazy. This one's not bending. The colors were slightly different, but the GMK Legends were noticeably crisper and sharper. For the price of PBT, I certainly wouldn't complain, though. Yeah, that seems to be the consensus. And it depends who did the PBT process. I'm curious as who the brand is, because I know there are other, like PBT Seal, I think, was another brand that got a lot of recent recognition. I I forget who the manufacturing was. But they got a lot of credit for having really nice legends while also having very vibrant colors. And they're like, why am I paying for GMK prices anymore? It's curious. A lot of it is subjective when it comes down to it. And you really need to see the sets side by side, because a lot of people aren't going to go out of their way to buy the top end version of the set and then a PBT version of the set for a lower price, and then compare them side to side. So usually they only have a one-sided perspective to see which is better. Alrighty. We're almost through here. We'll check all these once we get all the switches in. It's going to be real nice. It's going to be real nice. Put the little bow back on. Come here, bow. You're looking real nice. And even the box is nice. Like, the box is a stiff or a structural box of sorts. Like, it's pretty nice. I could not complain, honestly. I wish they came in different packaging sizes, because I think they only come in boxes of 35, I think. Yes, 35. So we're 70 switches deep right now. And yeah, so you got to round up to the nearest 35. So that can get a little pricey if you're like one or two away. Which is like my case, because I only need like 10 more switches, but I've got 35 more, I guess. So there is that. 35 more switches. Oh, I'm so pumped for these. Hello, Leo. You want attention? I gave you food earlier. Are you Oh, he's joined the chat. I don't know if you guys can see him in my You want to be on live stream? Come here, Leo. Come here. I don't know if you can see him. Let's see. If I just bend the camera down a little bit. There he is. Leo, say hi to the camera. Yeah. There you go. Leo's kind of on camera. If I can scoot over a little bit. Come on, Leo. Join in. Here you go. The microphone's kind of in the way. Wait a minute. Oh, the chair doesn't go any higher. Alright, he's kind of in there. I'm going to put you back over here. You can kind of see him. I bought the Gateron's improved V2 switch puller. OMG, that thing is awesome. Got it from Prevail Key. Investing in a decent switch puller is nice, especially if you're building a lot of keyboards, hot swap ones. It's better just to have one good one, because you will just fly through the crappy ones. Yo, wait, Oil Kings, correct? Yeah, Oil Kings, cream of the crop, pretty much. These are very impressive on initial impression. I would probably pay for those switch holders if they sold them. Yeah, if they just sold the trays, they would be pretty nice just for holding switches in a display case, or if you want to use it as a lubing station. Honestly, that wouldn't be too bad. Because there's some very pretty switches out there, which is a shame because they just get covered up by a switch anyways. I mean, a keycap, but you know, it is what it is. I wonder if they're packaged as 35 because the 60% form factor is so popular. You know what? You're probably right. And if they want to mitigate any sort of cost, they're probably going to sell it in one form factor, and that's going to be probably to the most popular layout, which is 60%. So I think you actually there's some truth behind that. If I can understand it behind a marketing perspective, that makes sense. Leo wants a keyboard too. Yeah, he does want a keyboard. Isn't that right, Leo? He's just sitting. He's being a little fluff ball. Come here, Leo. There you go. You can see his face now. His cute little face. You're on live stream, buddy. You're gonna be famous. Let me tell you. Aw, hi Leo. Voxel says hi. No F-row and such. Does this have... Yeah, this has an F-row, but yeah. 60% are unfortunately the most popular. It's not unfortunate. I just like 65s and above. And then I also like 50s and 40s. I'm not a big fan of 60% if they don't have an arrow key cluster. All right, so that's all the Gateron switches. I have a couple extras here, so maybe I'll build a numpad in the future with these, and we'll see how those go. We should open up VIA and see if everything works. Hello, Mr. VIA. I'm gonna put this back in. Our wireless functionality. All right, unplug that. And where we are on the left side. Okay, so left side USB-C mount. Okay, we're gonna reset here and wait, is this plugged in? Huh. Is there an on switch? Yes, there is. I think you have to... Okay, I forgot. There is a way to do this because it is wireless. Get out of here. So you have to make sure you're connecting to the proper settings and such. Need the F-row for work, so that makes my choices easier. Yeah, I like using F-row keys. They're easy to map for all sorts of extra functionalities. I love me some full-size or 1800. I hope to someday get one. Yes, yes, I do love 1800 and full-size. Like, there's such a shortage on those in the custom space. Like, they're just not popular, and I think they should be. I think there's a market for it. I can't deal with no arrow keys or a 1U right shift. Yeah, me too. It's hard for me to get on board with that. Like, yes, if you're saving desk space, it makes sense. I get it. But if you have the desk space, you're really not sacrificing much desk space with getting a 65 at least. Or a 75. You're just adding a little bit more width or a little bit more length to the top. So, I mean, you're not really losing that much with most 60%. Okay, Mac, Windows. Yeah, I did that. Battery powered mode, connect. Oh, wired mode, okay. Why you no worky? Come on. I hope I didn't screw up one of the ribbon cables, guys. That would be unfortunate. Like the wireless functionality is working. Like that's fine. You see the light goes up, but you know I'm not gonna have. I'm not gonna have battery forever, so I'm not sure. All right, let's see. Let's see if I messed up anything. I recommend the FL Esports FL980 if you want an 1800 layout. I like the FL Esports. They do a good job. I actually did a budget review or budget build guide on one of those. It was with the 10 keyless though. And it was quite nice actually. It had a silicone dampener. Had all sorts of goodies in there. It was pretty good actually. I was quite impressed with it. I was surprised that for 80 bucks you can get such a nice case. And it has screw and stabilizer support. No stab or plate mounted stabs to worry about conflicting with screw-in stabilizer support, which was nice. It had south-facing LEDs. Just a really, really decent value, like, all across. I was very happy with it. I mean, yes, it's a full plastic board, but like 80 bucks. And you can find it cheaper in some areas too. 60 in some places. Maybe it needs a voxel mods cable. It needs the quality assurance. Alright. I might have... Let me make sure I didn't put this in backwards. No, I put this in correctly. I put this in correctly. But you know what? There is a ribbon cable here for USB Type-C. So you know what? Let me make sure the ribbon cable is correct, guys. Right over here. Oh boy. Did I do something? Alright. Come on. Alright, let's see. Nope. Yeah, it's a very good pre-built. The only thing that would make it better would be gasket mount. Yeah, no doubt about that, right? That would be perfection. At that point, you're asking for the perfect budget keyboard, which is a lot to ask for. But yes, gasket is like the last thing it needs, and it doesn't really need anything else. Does Voxel Mods make custom ribbon cables? Yeah, Voxel. I'm gonna need some help with this ribbon cable. Not sure if this is giving me an issue or not. I'm a little concerned here. The contacts look good. The contacts are making contact here. Let me make sure I don't have the little retainer clip upside down. So I'm gonna try plugging it in the other way, just to make sure I don't have it upside down, which is definitely a possibility. No, that doesn't look right. That does not look right. But I'm gonna try it anyways. Now that's one I don't think I can handle. Yeah. Yeah, this is it's not working. It's not working. Did I ruin this? Please. Please, the USB-C port. Out of everything, I ruined the USB-C port. I'll be so upset at myself if I ruin this. Like, it's just a ribbon cable. There's a retention clip. That's all it should be. It should be fairly straightforward. I mean, there's a retention clip on the other side as well of the USB-C port. Come on. Now it's not going in. Don't fry the board. Guys, I'm sweating. I feel like I'm defusing a bomb. Come on. Get in there. Thank you. Alright. Please. Please have mercy on me. Okay. Oh, come on. Come on. This is being a little bit of a pain. The smaller retention clip is definitely kind of hoping it's something simple like download drivers. Yep, that would be nice. Although I think I have the drivers installed. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, jeez. It's not staying still. I need this to stay still. Because the way I'm looking at it, the same retention clip is on the other side of the USB over here. So I'm trying to mimic the same layout it has. Come on, baby. I will break you if I have to. Okay. I don't think that's the right way to do it, but I think it's supposed to be. No, it can't be. Wait a minute. It's got to be like this. Right? But that doesn't make sense, because now it's separating the contact points. I hope we don't see magic smoke. There's going to be magic smoke coming out of my ears pretty soon, guys. This is really frustrating me. Keeping. I mean, the only way it really makes sense is like that. It doesn't make sense because it kind of separates the contact points. But you know what? Screw it. I mean, I guess that's the way to do it because it's the only way it really goes in easily. So it has to be that way. You shouldn't have to force it. But I mean, this still ain't working. Why? Why? Yeah, that's really the only way it can go in, that retention clip. So I've got no other ideas. Just gonna try to breathe this one. Come on. Alright, we're going to use our USB over here. Thank you, USB dongle. Do what you're made to do. Alright, so Wi-Fi is this way. Yep. Alright, so that works. Okay, all those work. All those work. Okay, that works. Very good. Man, if I can get a hot swap build without actually bending any pins, I'm going to be super surprised. But you know, I can't get the frickin' USB port to work. All right, we'll roll with that, I guess. It's a little frustrating. I'll plug this in. All right, where is the software for this? Maybe it's a driver. I don't see how a plugin would need a driver. well. All right, let's go over to the Qeeke website. Go to support, FAQ and driver. Where's the driver? Drivers for Windows and Mac. Thank you. There we go. Qeeke setup. Where's my Qeeke tool? Come on. Dude. What the heck? It's not letting me download. It's like, this may be potentially... Keep. Thank you. Show in folder. It wasn't letting me download for a second. Alright, let's run this. Let's see if this makes any difference. And then we can also tell if the battery's being charged. That would be helpful. Do most customs need drivers? Yes and no. It depends. Usually they can run right out of the box, but some functionalities may not work with without the driver. Stepped away for a few. Any luck? Unfortunately, not. Welcome to the Qeeke driver. I just installed the driver. It's searching for a device, so it's not recognizing the device. Let's see if there's an update for the driver. Driver is successfully upgraded. Please restart. Okay. Let's see if this works. Nope, still searching for device. So the USB-C is not working. Huh. This is a problem, guys. I've just seen some USB-C devices have odd behavior in the past where it wouldn't charge until it saw a driver for some reason. I want to say I've noticed that as well. But this isn't working, like straight up. Qeeke driver, I'm just going to reopen it. Yeah, it just says it's searching for a device, so it's not registering through this. And if I go into, what is it, wired mode, I just have to use this toggle over here. Oh, okay. Let's see. Battery powered mode off. And then, yeah, it's not working. Huh. Okay. We have an issue on our hands, guys. Dead on arrival? No, this was working before. I had a full review or overview of this board, and it worked just fine. So that's the frustrating part. Hopefully I didn't break it. Hopefully I can salvage this, guys. There's always something that happens. Always a little something that wants to get in my way. I gotta make sure this retention clip is correct. I believe it is correct. But I'm just gonna try something. Yeah, that can't be the right way to go in. So there's one side that's taller than the other, and it won't let the retention clip to go in all the way. It's only a piece of plastic, so I can't be too rough with it. Yeah, and it just doesn't want to go in like that. Try a different cable. No, this cable was working before with this. It was working just fine. I mean, I could try a different cable just to be extra sure, but I mean, it worked with this and another keyboard. But I will keep that in the list of things. OMG, I feel you, JD. Always something. Where's the tape? Yeah, right? Maybe I'll just tape it in place. That's not a bad idea. Just use a little bit of electrical tape to tape it in. The retention clip just makes sure that the pins on the ribbon cable are pressed against what it needs to be pressed against. However, let me see something. So I'm going to try to mimic the daughter board over here on the other side of the PCB. So I'm just going to take out these screws really quick. Unfortunately, I have to take this apart even more, but you know, it is what it is. I'm going to get this. I have faith in my keyboard building skills. I'm just kidding. Ribbon cables freak me out. You guys ever try to take apart a Mac? A MacBook? Yeah, the cable shouldn't be the issue if it worked earlier. Yeah. It worked just fine earlier. But I will keep it in mind though. Just to try it. And this keyboard worked earlier, so I mean, I really think it's just this. Okay. So the other side of the daughter board here that holds the ribbon cable for the USB-C. Oh yeah, that's right. Actually, no, that didn't help at all because I would have to remove that. Alrighty. Alright, so I'm going to remove this guy again. Yep, let's just take it all apart again. Alright, I'm going to take the daughter board out because I need to view the daughter board. The other side of the connection is important because I need to make sure I can mimic that. I think it was this one. Yeah. Leo is playing with the hamper right now. He did not want to stay on stream. He's like, I think live streaming is lame. Okay. All right. So the other side, let's see if we can mimic this. Whichever the blue side is facing is where this should be facing. I'm going to try. Don't think it's going to work because they might not be equal. There's a little tongue that pushes down on the retention clip. Come on, man. Just gotta keep my cool. This is so frustrating. Oh my god. Ugh. For 10 years plus, every now and then, one still gets me. Ribbon cables are terrible. They are. In the next design, they should still use... I'm fine with this connector here. And this connector is fine. This ribbon cable is fine. But this one's a little small for my liking right here. I would recommend they use a connector like that. Don't know what the official name for it is, but it's very commonly used with daughter boards in the keyboard community. Oof, yeah, I've taken apart a good 10 or 15 MacBooks, Mac Minis, even the Pros over the years. RIP repairability. Honestly, it is so frustrating trying to take one of those apart. I just refuse to try to even look at those. I'm like, oh, geez, like it's a whole entire day you have to spend to know what you're doing. Hey, where'd my little retention clip go? That would not be good if I lost that. Ah, there it is. All right. Like this shouldn't be that difficult. Stupid little ribbon cable. Like the way the ribbon cable goes in doesn't even look like it holds its retention in. It just looks like it's pulling it apart, which doesn't make any sense. Hey, come here, gasket. Who said you can stick to this board? Where did this guy go? Oh, over here. All right, keep that over there. All right, I have the retention clip in now. I'm just isolating this. There's no other connections. Let's see if this will even work. Nope, I don't think so. Nope, it's not working. Well, you guys, I'm gonna try another cable. I don't think that's the issue, but just for the sake of saying we did it, oh look, it just popped out. That should not happen. So the retention cable must not be correct if it's popping out like that. It can't be correct if it's popping out like that. All right, I'm gonna try the other way then. If that is the way, it just kind of just popped on out. And it shouldn't do that. Should not do that. Okay. Oh God, I'm probably over 10,000 at this point. What? 10,000 what? 10,000 ribbon cables you've dealt with? I bought a broken Mac Mini for $5 once, then repaired it with an SSD and sold it for $300. I felt like the secondhand genius at the time. I'm surprised you put an aftermarket SSD in there. I'm actually really surprised. Or did you find another Mac proprietary SSD or something like that? I'm gonna lose it with this frickin' connector, guys. Very carefully. Does this even go in like this? It does. But that wouldn't work, would it? Or what? Wait a second. That kind of just breaks my brain a little bit because the retention clip seems like it's almost backwards. But it's not. I should have just left it in, guys. Max. 10,000 max. That sucks. I had to replace an Apple Thunderbolt cable once. Not fun. Oof. Yeah, the right to repair is very strong with that one, I feel like. Yeah, 2011 model, I think. I used an OWC SSD, which was a brand that was marketed towards upgrading. Oh! I didn't know there was a brand that could be used for upgrading Apple computers. I thought it was just like all proprietary, all locked out. Like the only one upgrading Apple was Apple itself. Okay, you want to be like this. It has to go that way. There's like no other way around that. It just doesn't make any sense. This retention clip is breaking the laws of physics. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I might have something here, guys. I might have something here. So if you build this keyboard, I recommend not taking out this ribbon cable. Okay? I'm sorry this is taking so long. Son of... Goose Rabba. It's fine, man. It's fine. Nope, that doesn't make sense either, because there is a purposeful right angle there. It wouldn't make any sense for that to be like that. Contact points are on that side. But it almost seems like this is backwards. It makes no sense. Pretty sure it's more locked down nowadays, but pre-2012-ish Apple computers at least had basic RAM and hard drive access. I do remember that a little bit because I did take apart, I forget whose Mac it was, but I did upgrade or take out their hard drive and replace it with a new one. And it had normal connectors attached to it. I can't remember. I think it was all SATA based. But it was very easy to do, and I was like, okay. Well, easy in the sense for using an Apple product. This is so freaking frustrating. There's no way. It doesn't work like that because you're splitting the connectors apart like that. There's only one way this goes in. They're really not giving you another choice at this. Let me just make sure this is all the way down. Nothing. Nothing. That's just, it's a little disheartening. The clip seems like it's on backwards, right? But if you try to put it on backwards, the cable does not allow for it to go on backwards. So it's like, all right, so who's wrong? Who's wrong? Just got here. Is something broken? Gio, what's up, man? Yes, there's a little ribbon cable going to this daughter board that hosts the USB-C connector. And the retention clip seems almost backwards for it to fit the ribbon cable in there. But there's only one way this retention clip goes in, but the cable goes in a different way. So it's not allowing me to put the retention clip in. And thus, I cannot plug in a USB-C cable and use this daughter board. Which is very, very unfortunate. My heart, that is. Damn, this sucks, man. I'd be so mad. I am pretty mad right now. I'm trying to keep my mad levels down for the purpose of being on stream. I'm trying not to flip out right now. Ugh. And I want it to work. I like had this whole entire vision for this thing coming apart. If I could just send myself back in time, would I do it? Maybe I would. Maybe I wouldn't. Wow, I just broke the clip. Wonderful. I broke the clip. Oh, it doesn't even matter anymore. Awesome. Wonderful. Oh, look at that. It works. Because I broke the clip. It was backwards. This makes no sense. What in the... Oh my god. I want to unleash a fury of cursing right now. Does it slide into place from one direction instead of the clip over the top? Yes. Only one direction. Well, actually no. Just over the top of the cable. That's only one way. It's either this way or that way. I'm going to use electrical tape here. I tried to get it underneath. Oh, maybe it goes underneath the cable? Maybe it does. Maybe it does go... Would it though? That would kind of make sense, but I already broke the clip. Let's just see. I got the clip in pieces here. So maybe this just goes over top of it like so. Hey, Leo, get away from there. Go. He likes to pick at the cables over there in the back. Best keyboard we have for you. Yes, this is the best keyboard, right? I tuned in at the right time. Yeah, you're seeing the meat and potatoes of this live stream right here. It's not even about the final product. It's about getting this stupid thing to work. I really want to like this keyboard. I like this keyboard. I just think I don't like these ribbon cables that are attached to it when you're trying to take it apart. I just do not like that. Alright, so I'm going to try the suggestion of putting the ribbon cable over the retention clip. Would that work? Alright, I got the other half over here. And I'm just gonna plug it in and see if this works at all. Oh, wait a minute, it's not underneath. Whoopsies. This is very small. And I'm using it with my bare hands. I'm not even using like proper tools here. Come on. I need tweezers. I need voxel mods actually. I need his articulate. Okay. Let's get you to go in over here. Nice. Nice. You see the back of my head. Come on. Alright, let's get that under there. Alright, let's see if going under the retention clip works. Do you have a hot glue gun? I don't remember. My wife might have one upstairs. That would actually be quite helpful. No. This does not work. Interesting. Okay. So it's not under the retention clip. I don't understand how this came out. I'll have to watch the DVR of this. Jeez, this is quite the surprise, I must say. All right. So only way I got it working was technically backwards. Oh well. I'll take that. I will take that win if I can get it back. Because underneath did not work. Good thing there is synthwave playing in the background that I can hear through my headphones to calm me down. I just get that snatched up in there. Let's see. Just put that in there. I would need voxel mods, steady hands here, because my hands are getting pretty agitated. They've been working on this for 20 minutes now. Feels like it's been eons. Come on. Come on. Okay. Oh, come on. That came undone, really? Oh. You make work now. Yes, please, make work now. Please, I beg. I'm trying to get this ribbon cable scrunched up in the way that I had it before. Technically, that's not how it came out of the box. At least I don't remember it. Leo, get out of there, man. What are you doing? Stop pulling at the wires. I got enough issues with wires right now. He's being a little brat right now. He wants my attention or something. I don't know. He just likes getting a reaction out of me. Come on. Just go in there. Please. Oh. There's no easy way to say this, Trevor. I would have thrown everything out by the window now. Yeah, I would have too. I honestly would have as well. If I wasn't on stream, I'm like trying to maintain my cool. Trying to maintain it. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Should have left it when I had it working. That seems to be a theme tonight. But no, you gotta take it apart, don't you? I'm gonna wedge you in there. I don't even care. It seems like that shouldn't even work. Somehow it does. Give it a stern talking to. Yeah, I'm gonna try. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna be mad. Really mad. It's gonna get a timeout. This keyboard would have been built already. That's alright. That's alright. That's alright. Just gonna see if this works. And that works. It's broken, and the retention clip is backwards, but it's the only way it works. Oh no, it just came flying out. Oh, isn't that great? Oh well. Oh well. It's okay. It's alright. I was thinking about building my first keyboard. Maybe I should wait. It's not usually this bad. Okay? It's usually never this bad. Okay, this is just me. This is just me and my incompetencies. Like this should have been working a while ago, but you know, I can't win them all. Contact pins are a little tricky. A little tricky to get working. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna get this screwed back in because that's probably gonna make my life a little bit easier. Guys, I don't know why I did this to myself. So don't take apart this ribbon cable. Just don't. It's not good for your mentality. It's not good for your future keyboard. It's not good for your state of mind. I honestly I can't think of one thing it would be good for. Because honestly, it's driving me out the wall insane. There's so many things I could be saying right now. But I can't say them because I shouldn't. Alright. We have an idea of what this is doing. I think. Got all our gasket pieces back in. Alright. Let's get these screwed in. If not, we'll just roll with the wireless portion of the keyboard. That's fine. Whatever. Don't do what? Don't do what I did here. Don't take apart this ribbon cable. If anyone ever gets this keyboard in the future and they still have this ribbon cable technology to attach the daughter board for the USB-C, do not detach that ribbon cable. It is a true pain to get back into place properly. And I looked at the other side of the ribbon cable, which uses the same retention clip and housing. And I was like, okay, but I could not mimic that because it's one direction. And the direction of the clip did not line up with the housing, which just didn't make any sense. So, don't even bother taking it apart. You can just unscrew the little daughter board from the top part of the case, and you can be on your merry way without having to worry about detaching any ribbon cables, which is what I should have done in the first place. So, yeah. Don't be like me, guys. Just gonna need a sip of water for this one. Gotta make sure I have my tape on standby. Alright, I think I got some tape in here. Yep. Alright, we got electrical tape at the ready. We got 2 pieces of a broken retention clip. We got a set of tweezers. I don't see how this could possibly fail. We're gonna make this work. Is there anything else I can use besides electrical tape to hold this in place? You guys think hot glue would be friendly to this? I'm open to suggestions, honestly. Come on. Don't make me scream. Don't make me scream like a little girl, please. Because I am that close to it. Ribbon cables don't bother me, so I don't bother them. It's a mutual relationship, okay? I would like to say the same thing. I shouldn't have bothered with it. Should not have done that. But, you know. Can't live in the past now. Only the future. Alright, so this is not usually how I would recommend doing things when building your first keyboard. This is obviously not what you would do. This just happens to be... What the I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. There's not much holding it in there. I mean, it's just pretty much wedged, but if I knock it even a little bit, that retention clip's coming flying out just like that. And the other one came out. This is so stupid. I will pour molten aluminum over you to solidify you into place. I don't even care right now. This is so frustrating. Okay. All right. Just a and that's why I didn't force it before. I was like, all right, so it's only got to go one way, but even the right way did not seem like it was the right way to do it. I'm just going to try forcing more ribbon cable in there just to make sure the tension puts the ribbon cable against the contact points. And we're going to see if that works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. That's just the way it's going to be, and this is a one-trick pony until the battery runs out. Alright, let's cut up this, and let's see if this will work. Just need to hold that in place. Maybe I'll hit it with the heat gun. Alright, I'm going to plug in the USB-C, and it does not work. Huh. Oh, I'm gonna snap this thing in half. I have to use a little piece of plastic, like a little cutout from Pill's blister, wedged inside the ribbon connector, and tape it and hold it in place. That's not a bad idea. Oz, what's up, man? You caught me at my best time, my lowest of lows. I can't get this keyboard to work. I broke the little ribbon cable. Not the cable, but the thing that holds in the ribbon cable. 1 a.m. Who's up? I'm still up. Unfortunately, I'm still up doing this. I'd rather be doing a typing test because that would be much more soothing and relaxing to me. But I've been working on this little bit of an issue that has been causing me a lot of trouble. And that is getting this stupid ribbon cable in here. Probably it's my own fault too. Look, see, that works. Why can't you make me want to scream and shout and let it out. You know what? What if I will glue you into place. How does that sound? I will just get a glob of hot glue and it will never move again. Does that sound like a good idea, guys? Does hot glue work like that? Wrong answers only. Take a deep breath, buddy. I feel your pain. Taking lots of deep breaths here. I'm running out of deep breaths. Voxel, would you recommend putting, if you're still here, would you recommend putting the hot glue on this area over here? Like, I could just drench it in hot glue. Like, is that something I can do? Because I will do that. Can you use hot glue to glue this ribbon cable into place? I have no shame and no mercy all at the same time. Okay, I'm tapping my feet out of anger. Holy crap. Oz, thanks for being here, man. Thanks for catching the stream and honestly the perfect time, right? I've also stacked plastic to hold the ribbon cable in place. Be careful with those tweezers and that rubber cable connected to your PC. Maybe you don't want to fry your board. Yeah, that is true. I'm losing my my patience, as you could probably tell, and it'll probably cost me something else, which is it's an unfortunate domino effect of losing your patience. Alright, you know what? If we hold this in nice and tight like... Okay, that works. That works. Guys, what if I get hot glue and hot glue this together? Can I do that? Is that something I can do? Because I will try to find hot glue. I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna try to find a hot glue gun. If not, I'm going to get super glue. And we're going to make this work. I really hope you figure it out, dude. I know the stressful feeling of stuff not working on stream. Ugh, dude, for real. Yeah, you're building a PC. It's a little bit more frustrating when you're trying to troubleshoot something. I don't have many areas for something to go wrong here. Whereas you, it's like there's 19 different components that go wrong. Ugh. Sorry you caught this in a bad wind of a moment here, Oz. How you doing on this Saturday night? What is life like for Oz lately? Are you still in your master's program? Hold on, I'm gonna find some glue, guys. I'll be right back. Grab my phone and a hot glue gun, baby. got glue. Okay. I've got glue, y'all. All right. We're going to see if this is super glue. Couldn't find any hot glue, but that's fine. Okay, put a nice glob of hot glue, super glue on there. And now what I'm gonna do is just try to hold this in place. Alright, so I keep saying hot glue. So the Gorilla Glue is making contact with the other side over here, with the retention clip. So hopefully that will bridge the gap between both sides. So we've got the one side over here that's snapped in half, with the Gorilla Glue bridging the gap between the two. I'm going to hit that with the heat gun, and then I'm going to put a layer of this stuff over on top of it, the electrical tape. And then, hopefully, that can hold it in place. I'm hoping. Go, baby. This is totally ideal for building a keyboard. Remember, don't take apart ribbon cables, guys. Alrighty. Alright, I'm going to put down one more layer. Alright. Let's just see if this combination's working so far. Alright, it is. Alright, cool. Alright, so if we can keep this configuration from moving, that would be ideal. Something you could do once at least. Yeah, I'm going to try it. We'll see if this works, and if it doesn't, oh well. It's not the end of the world. I have plenty of other keyboards, but still, it's the fact that this happened in the first place is just kind of frustrating. That's all. Finished undergrad in 2020, working full-time and making vids for fun on the side. Dude, that's literally where I'm at. Isn't that exhausting, though? Right? Doing the full-time thing and then trying to make your YouTube channel a full-on gig at the same time. Like trying to just get it all to work seamlessly. Power tools! Yes! We're going to make sure this works. If I can get it to work, I'm going to make it work. And the glue is slowly working its way down the ribbon cable, which is good, which means it's going to hold in on the back side as well, which is where the pressure is most important, because we want those contact pins to be flush against the surface inside the housing here, where those contact pins need to make contact. So I've had plenty of screw-ups with keyboards before, so... With traces being burnt and all sorts of stuff. No one breathe until it's closed. I feel like I'm defusing a bomb here. So I just gotta wait a little bit for that to just be just right. Yeah. Oz, how is doing working full time and doing a YouTube channel? That is, I don't know how people go full time YouTube. Like, I understand it's just such a big risk, and you have to have sponsors laid in place, and you just have to have such a consistent amount of income coming through. It's just such a, I don't know. It's a lot to think about. There's a lot to think about. No one breathe. Don't do anything until this is working. Alright, I'm going to test the rigidity. This stuff cures pretty fast. Clamp together objects for 1 to 2 hours. Yeah, but it fast dries in like 15 to 30 seconds. Alright, so my version of clamping is going to be this. Alright, where does this... Oh yeah, it sits over there. Okay, yeah. So there's plenty of space in the bottom of the keyboard for this to sit in, for this little abomination. Oh, jeez. I can't believe this has happened. Be careful when you close it so the top part and bottom of the case doesn't pull the ribbon cable out. Yeah, that's the one thing I'm most concerned about so far. Alright. Okay, we're going to do that, and then we're going to go across as well. Just hopefully this holds it in place. Don't try to super glue your hair, LOL. My friend once had his dad trick him into putting super glue into his hands. He's like, if you put super glue in your hands, you'll have superpowers. And yeah, that didn't. Then he closed his hand, and yeah, he had his hand glued shut. What do the keycaps look like? I'm going to let you guys choose which keycaps I'm going to use. I like my rhymes. Alright, let's see if this still works. Alright, it's still working. Alright. So my little bandage here, and then I'm just going to heat shrink it a little bit. Okay, that didn't really do much. Thought the heat shrink would have... There's going to be a little bit of a heat shrink effect with that, but maybe not. Okay. We have a choice between Taro keycaps, and I got these other keycaps. I forget what they're called. I found them on Amazon. I'm pretty sure they're like a knockoff or a clone of another GMK set, which I didn't know at the time. I was like, oh, those look cool, and I just bought them. Then I have a GMK Sakura set. Alright. Let's see if this beauty will work. Wow, this is really something, guys. If this works, if we manage to pull this off in the final hour, the Hail Mary, I will be very surprised. Dodge around that. Just be very careful putting this back in place. Okay. All right. Get these back together. Is this going to be the comeback? I need to know. I will never open up this keyboard again. It'll just be sealed with its secrets underneath the surface. This will be the King Tut of keyboards. Never to be opened again unless you want to be cursed with the ribbon cable gods. Okie dokie. If this turns on, moment of truth. Oh! It works! Oh! Let's go! Oh my god. Oh, I'm sweating. Oh my gosh, I hope this fix actually holds for a little bit. I need to... Wow. That one requires a Xanax. Oh my god. Alright, it's working for now. Let's hope it stays this way. Alright. Oh my gosh, dude. He who opens this will find ribbon cables in all devices they attempt to repair. And that will be a true curse for me alone. But no one can open this keyboard. It's cursed. Alright? This one in particular, I'm not saying the Qeeke KR-081. I'm just saying do not open this keyboard unless you want to be cursed. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Alright. That was definitely unexpected. This was supposed to be an easy build stream. I was like, alright, I've got the pre-lubed keyboard. I'm sorry. The switches, the Oil Kings, the Gateron Oil Kings. So there shouldn't be any issue with this. I was just, let's take it apart. All I gotta do is mod the stabilizers and that'll be that. Did not expect this fiasco. Hooray! Let me just double check. I just tighten the bolts. Alright. She's still working. Beautiful. Alright, let's clean up this workspace. Let's get some keycaps on here. Come on, let's put this board together. Alright, maintained the cool. And we did jerry-rig this a little bit. Which I'm fine with. I'm fine with doing that. Hello, Leo. How can I help you? What do you want? Are you trying to eat my cables over there? Unbelievable, dude. Did not expect this. The plate came failed, bro? No, not the plate. The ribbon cable that attaches to the daughter board for the USB-C port. It's a little tricky. It does not like being taken out and put back in. So I just recommend not taking it out altogether. Just detach the daughter board from the case. Don't even bother taking apart the ribbon cable. It's just not worth it. It's just going to give you a huge headache. Not worth it. It all worked beforehand, so it was my fault. Just don't do it. It's not good for your sanity, your mentality, none of that. Not good for any of that stuff. Alright, put this away. Put these scissors, them skizzers over there. Alright. This is obviously a work mat. You can see how messed up it is. If it helps, this has been entertaining for me to watch. I'm glad it's been entertaining for you guys. You know, it's got to have a little bit of drama in it. If it was just like, oh, we're just building another keyboard, it's going to be a super chill stream, which a lot of people do, and that's very fine. But you got to have a little drama every once in a while to keep people engaged and, you know, keep them on their toes. All right, let's get this out of the way. This is the new JDTechGear mat. Still a prototype right now. Hey, stop playing with the keyboard bag, not the camera bag, man. Alrighty. Let's get this Fuji desk mat out here. I see you over there, Leo. Alrighty. Okay, we can put this guy away. Alright, we got a couple choices for keycaps. Alright, and I want you guys to help me choose. I think I already made up my mind which one I want to use, but we'll see. Okie dokie, okie dokie yo. It's a treat to catch this live. Well, I'm glad you're catching this live, Gio. This has been fun. I've been trying to live stream every Saturday, and it's always a whirlwind what's gonna happen. I have the same desk mat, the blue one. Oh yeah, that's right. You do have the Echo Gear desk mat. Oh, Leo's back up on the chair. Alrighty, we got a few options here. We got this guy. I forget what this is called. Got these off of Amazon. I don't even know if this will fit a 75% profile, but we'll see. As you guys can probably see, it's a blue and white. It's like a dark midnight blue, and then a more normal kind of blue, and then some white. And then we got some white on black katana keycaps. I actually have an open box. I got sent 2 of these by accident. I like the desk pad too. Yeah, this desk pad, I really like this desk pad. It's got a lot going on, but I like it. All right, these are the Sakura, oh wait, no, I'm sorry, Katana. Katana keycaps right here. These are GMK. You can put these on. I think they might be a little bit bland for this keyboard, so I was saving these for an all black build. But just wanted to throw it out there. And then we've got Taro. Taro is right here. Oh, baby. Right here. That's Taro. Should we put Taro on this keyboard? So what are you guys feeling? Are you feeling the blue set, all black, or Taro? The purpley set. I'm curious to see what you guys think. I'm a little undecided. And I need a drink of water. Oh my gosh. This stream has really got me going, guys. Oh, looks like no one's answered my inquiry. That's fine. Hey, stop chewing on the desk mat bag. He just wants to chew on everything. Arigato. I like the black and purples. Should we go with blurple for this one? Are we doing some blurple for this one? Doing some blurple? Alright. Let's do Taro. I like the first ones. Oh, we got a toss-up 1-for-1 right here. Who will break the tie? I might have to flip a Taros. Taros or blue? Alright, we got 2 for Taro, 1 for blue. It looks like we're gonna have to go with Taro. Mr. Alejandro. I like the black. Purple. Yep. Okay, so we got 2 for Taro and 1 for Mr. Blue over there. Alright. I guess we are doing Taro over here. Taro will look good on... I mean, Taro looks good on anything, honestly. Taro, black and purple. Alright. It's 3-1. Geo is in here. Oh, wait. Does this have any... I have to make sure this has novelties. We do! Oh, yes! Alright. Blue function row. Oh, my gosh. You guys. Come on. Oh, wow. I just took the whole switch out. Could have probably put this all back together without taking out any of this nonsense. Alright. Let's get... yeah, let's get a blue up here. Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah, it sounds real good. Oh my goodness. This is such a pretty set. What do we got down here? Alright, we just got modifiers. Blue function row and Taros for the rest. Wait, what? What kind of craziness are you guys talking about? Alright, I'll do it. Let's do it then. Let's do that. We'll do blue function row. Let's do... Should we do yellow or blue for the arrow keys? Or it's more of a teal, I guess. We can start putting in these bad boys. It sounds pretty nice, I must say. Always the most satisfying part is putting on the keycaps. It's at the end of a long build. I got these keycaps from Novel Keys. So Novel Keys, I think, released these a little while ago, maybe a couple months ago. And they are very dope. Is that the proper verbiage for dopeness? Nice set. Yeah, I do. Taro is one of my favorite colorways. I tried to pick up a set of GMK ones a while ago, but that did not work. Like after the group buy. Alrighty, let's use this guy right here, and then. Ooh, that's a tight fitment. All right. And then I can use this for tab, right? I can use it. Is this tab? I think it is. All right, so I can use that for tab. Sweet. Or is that a bottom row? I can't remember. That might be a bottom row modifier. Yeah, it is. Dang it. Dang it. And that's the other problem with polycarbonate is like when you take out a keycap, sometimes it pulls the switch with it too. Are they cherry profile? Yes, they are cherry profile. These guys are all cherry profile, so they work pretty nicely with pretty much any set that you got. And these seem to go all the way down, which is good, because I was a little worried about it being a North Face hot swap PCB. Seems to be working out okay. What the keycaps called? These are PBT Taro. Wow, this sounds pretty clean. I'm not gonna lie. So we're doing blue on top. Is that the game plan here? Got this wackadoodle keyboard. The way they sound makes me want to press those keys so bad. I'm surprised you guys can. When I have the microphone pointed towards the keyboard, you'll get a full sense of the typing experience for this thing. I should probably change the name of this live stream to the Cursed Keyboard. What is this music? Pretty wild, if you ask me. Let's go back up here. Alright. Just changing the theme of the music a little bit. Alright. Let's get some yellow in here, because let's just make this all sorts of wacky. Let's get this guy in here. Oh! Why are you stuck? See that? Oh boy. We're gonna do one of these right now. And that is the problem with North Face keycaps. I mean, LEDs. Do a flex test. I will definitely. I will definitely do a flex test. These are unfortunate. The enter key is unfortunately sticking. Hey, what are you doing? Get out of here. The cat's being wild again. Alright, I guess we'll try this one. If they're molded any bit differently. It's a little bit better, but not really. Oh boy. That's not gonna work. Come on. Yep, the stabilizer's all good. That backspace works just fine. Alright, that one works better. There's a lot of variances in PBT keycaps, so it's like if you have another enter key you can work with, hopefully it works. So there it is. The wire ping hurts on the enter. What wire ping? I don't hear any pinging on the wire. All right, let's see if the shift key works. I only got one of these, so hopefully it works. All right, that works fine. Enter was the only one to give me a little trouble. The modified or the novelty ones did not work. The blue and the yellow. Oh well. So in that case, we'll be using yellow for the arrow cluster, since I couldn't put a yellow enter key there. So we got to get a little bit of yellow on this board, okay? Gonna just make it so colorful. All right. Get the rest of these in here. These trays are fine. They're just a little tricky to get your hands in them. Like, come on. Come on. I've spent the whole night with patience, and then it just wants to make these keycaps hard to get. Oh, wait a minute. I have an idea. I've used this method before. Just use a pair of tweezers. Not sharp, obviously. These are very dulled. They're just a flat edge. You just pop them out real quick. Come on. Come on. Come on, don't be shy. There we go. Ooh, baby. She sound mean. I just had a taro drink yesterday, so this seems fitting. Oh, yes. You had some boba? Had some boba? Or was it just taro? Alright, this one's just not coming out. There we go. I do love me some taro. It's so sweet. It's so surprising. My wife actually says it kind of tastes like popcorn if you drink it for long enough. Which, at first I was like, nah. And then I kept drinking her taro drink, and it literally started tasting like popcorn. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's the place. We got it from Kung Fu Tea. Oh, baby, she's coming together. So, are we in agreement for blue up on top with the F row? OMG, yes. All right, so it's not just me. I was gonna say that. All right, cool. Isn't that weird? It's like sweet, but in a sense, it tastes like popcorn. Like I don't understand it. Tastes like popcorn. Who would have thought? Oh, that one's a little wide. Can I use it over here? Or not? What's my bottom row like? Curious. Okay, have my little taro drink control. And then let me get some ice cream while I'm at it. Or this honeycomb. Or actually, no, let me get some boba down here. And then the ice cream is actually a different profile. I don't know which row that's supposed to be for. Wish we had a couple more. Actually, the bubbles are a different profile too. Dang it. I wanted to have bubbles, man. Wow, it took out the whole switch again. According to The Verge, zip ties shall now and forevermore be called and referred to as tweezers. Yeah, I keep thinking about that too. My mind just goes into like a correction mode where I'm like, is that correct? Is this a tweezer, right? And I'm like, wait a minute. No, this guy changed the game. Oh wait, no, this is correct. This is for something else. Which one is this for? Okay. Don't know which row that's for, but the bubbles are for this row. I will take that then. Wowwood Tech, what's up, man? How's your Saturday or Sunday morning going? Maybe see how a few keys look. Cursed keyboard doesn't need to look cursed as well. Yep, I agree with that. Was that a zip tie? Yeah, it was supposed to be a zip tie, I think, that he called the tweezers. How is the prelude on the Oil Kings? Very good. I'm sorry I just slurped my drink there, guys. It's very good. It's kind of insane how good it is. I was honestly surprised by how well they did that. Can I have 2 taro drinks here? That just wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, I was just like, what? How did they do that? It's super quiet. There's no spring pinging. It's really good. It's really good. I'm actually very surprised. Leo! Get off of there. Come on, let's go. Get. What are you doing? Do we have any different colored space bars? We just have the purple one, right? We don't have a yellow space bar. Nope, no yellow space bar. All right. I'm doing good, and so is my day. Oh, that's good to hear. At least you're enjoying your day pretty well. That's good to hear. The space bar is actually pretty straight, which is impressive. Oh! That space bar sounds pretty good for a first try. Alrighty. Now I need to find these guys. Keyboard looks great. Thank you. Yeah, it's finally come together. We had lots of challenges with this keyboard so far, so I'm happy to see this finally coming together. My friend got them, but it was consistent on his. Was it? Yeah, this is pretty consistent, honestly. There's a couple of ones that are a little bit scratchier than others, but for the most part, it's pretty dang good. I mean, once I type with it for a little while, I have a better idea. And from there, I can kind of understand, like, oh yeah, this is definitely more of a type of keyboard where it's I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. I just completely lost my train of thought because I'm trying to figure out which these are. All right, so we got insert, delete, page up, page down. Okay, very good. Insert. I can go here. Let me turn off the keyboard. There we go. Insert, delete. Come on, get out of there. Where's my tweezers? What's an alternative name for these then, if these can't be tweezers, right? And then we need page up, page down. These are a little messy down here, but that's fine. Page down. Where's my page up? Yep. Page up. Page down. Okay, yep, that works. And then we need our shift key. Where's our shift? Yep, there we go. There she is. There's shift. And then need our function key. I think over here. And then we need alt. Do we have an alt? Hello, alt. There you are. Alrighty. There she is. Okay, so you guys want to see what the F row from the blue keycap set looks like. Alright. Inconsistent. Oh, I see. Alright, yes. I don't notice too many inconsistencies with this. This is what I was going to say before I lost track. There's a couple scratchy ones. Not too scratchy, but for the most part, I don't have to open up the switches, and I don't have to film them, and they sound pretty good right out of the box. So the overhead, when you're opening up the switch and lubing them, is not that high, so I don't really see the value proposition actually taking these apart. And so, look at that. Oh, yes, these are zip ties. That's right. Zip ties, ladies and gentlemen. Zip ties. All right. Let's not curse the keyboard any further, but we're just going to see what the F row looks like with this. Very interesting packaging. This is also... Oh my goodness, are we really going to do the shrink wrap? Oh. You know what, let's just do one. Let's just do one. Huh, that actually doesn't look too bad. Should we continue with this, guys, or should we do... Where's my other keycaps? Or should we do the OG ones? Alright, it's going to be kind of hard to tell the difference. They're pretty close in color, actually. Alright, so Taro's a little bit darker, and then these just have a little bit more of a blue hue to them up here. So let me know what you guys want. I have to figure out a way to frickin' undo the stupid shrink wrap. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's just get that ripped. Actually, you know what? I'll just use the scissors. Give me your little scissor. Oh, I love shrink wrap so much. I dig it. All right. It is official. We are going with this. Scissors. Scissors are the way. It almost looks like it is part of the same set. It's kind of crazy. You guys see how much flex there is? It's a good bit of flex. Probably a little hard to see from that angle, but this is quite the combination of colors, I must admit. I like it, but don't think using the two sets on one keyboard is the way to go. Was that a wrench? Wait, there's a wrench? Where's there a wrench? I don't know. What do you guys think? It's a little hard to see. Hold on. I think I'm genuinely conflicted here. I think I should go with the Taro ones, just because the difference isn't significant enough. So I'm like, what am I actually gaining here? But it does look good. Like, it can be pulled off if you want to use both sets. So you know what? I'm just gonna take this off, and we'll just pull the other set in. I think it's fun to, yeah, totally fun to pull out your switches, but fun to just experiment. Some sets go really well together, like Metropolis, and there was another one. Oh yes, Dots. They use very similar colors. Thanks, polycarbonate plate. Keep pulling out my switches. I like it, but then once again, what do I know about keyboards? It doesn't matter. It's just like what you think looks good, you know? You don't have to be a car enthusiast to appreciate a good-looking car. Same thing with a house. Wow, this really just keeps... The PBT is really tight on these guys. I'm really putting these north-facing switches to the test here. So for the most part, there's good clearance. But with PBT, you do have some clearance tolerances that will change, especially with a cherry profile and using a north face LED hot swap PCB. But it seems to be working. I'm lucky I had a couple different enter keys to try because the other two were not working. They were getting stuck. So what would really make this keyboard better, in my opinion, because it's like 90% of the way there. It just needs to get rid of the ribbon cables. You can definitely avoid those when you're building it. It's not that difficult. And then the other thing is using a south-facing hot swap PCB. And then you've got yourself a recipe for deliciousness. Alrighty. Got a couple extra novelties, but not a whole lot to choose from, but oh well. Got a little bit of blue on the board, so I'm happy with that. Or teal, I should say. Oh yeah, she's coming together now. The finishing touches. Ooh, look at that flex. It's a flexy boy. All right, there we go. Oh my goodness. All right, this is sounding really good, guys. Has this paid off? Has my patience actually paid off? Hi, Billy Mays here. I'm here to sell you on the hot glue ribbon cable trick. Ooh, wait a minute. I got one more addition to make. So I can replace the keycaps with the little tabs on them for homing. And I can replace them with the concaved keycaps instead. This way, I can have a more aesthetically pleasing, whoops, keyboard. There we go. Oh wait, actually, no, they look like the same profile as the rest of them. Oh well. Alright, F and J we'll just throw in there, and we could put the rest of these in here. Very good, very good. And it looks like we have a complete board, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get this guy back on. Oh, wow, I forgot all the stupid foam to package back up. Oh, well. I'll leave that over there. Alright, this can go back. That can go back. Alright, we've got an official looking set over here. Look at this. You see this in all its glory? Yes, yes. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. Alright, so there you go. Get a better shot of it. Alright. Let's pause the music. Get some monkey type up here. All right. Let's see. Why is Alt Tab not working? Come on. Oh. Tab's not working. Okay. Did I bend the pins on this? What is going on here? Yep, I bent the pin. Great. Well, that's fine. Snap that back into place. And now tab works. Fantastic. Leo, you better not be up to any trouble, mister. All right, let's minimize this. Looks good. I am super excited about this, guys. All right, let's get this microphone pointed towards our keyboard, about 8 inches approximately. Okay. Alrighty. Caps lock is on. Let's get that off. Alrighty then. Here you guys go. Monkey type. What is this, 60 seconds? Yeah, okay. Let's see how we do through this. Wow. That sounds great. Leo, stop biting on that. That sounds delicious, actually. Wow. What do you guys think of that? Cat's up to no good? Yep. Yep, he's chewing on things again. Hey, let go of it. He keeps chewing on the desk mat. What are they? The bags, the drawstring bags. I have to keep eating the drawstring. Fastest fingers in the South. They're just like a Tasmanian devil. The space bar sounds so good. Just listen to the space bar. Just got a nice. It's so soft. The spacebar sounds incredible. I love it. Sounds really great. Taste test now. It tastes like plastic and aluminum and a little bit of hot glue and some tears. Spacebar goes thud thud thud. It sounds like, I don't know if you guys ever use those in like a chorus class or something like that. You had these baton looking things and they're like boomsticks or sound sticks or whatever, and you hit them against one another and they would make a certain pitch of sound, and then they had different sounds for all of them. Kind of sounds like that a little bit. Sounds like little puffs from clouds. Yeah, it's a very airy but solid sound. I don't know, that's kind of conflicting in its own definition, but I think it sounds very good. The Oil Kings have a pretty decent consistency to them. I would have to try it out a little bit longer to notice any other inconsistencies. The cherry profile keycaps sit very well. They're seated very well within the edges here, so you can't really see the switches, which is very nice. It's all kind of just, it's the way the tolerances line up are very good. And so it sounds really good. I haven't modified this to any extent aside from the stabilizers, and stabilizers sound great. So almost sounds like there's a little ticking in the space bar, but when I type it sounds different. I don't know. It sounds very soft. Did it work? Taro looks great. Thank you, Voxel. It actually did work. I super glued it and then I put black tape around it and then I secured it within the board. So it actually works now. You can see when I plug it in, it actually lights up. It's fantastic. Fantastic. I'm going to do another typing test just for everyone to hear. The sound is pretty even throughout the board, which is pretty nice. You don't have a lot of different pitches coming through, which you would get from like a tray mounted board, sometimes even top mount. Yeah. 95 words per minute for looking around a microphone. Not bad. Not bad. Glad to hear. Yeah, me too. This thing sounds great. It's a very good sounding keyboard. You don't really have to do any work to it. And the Oil Kings sound great too. So, not a lot I can complain about with this board. And yeah, that sounds pretty good. Afro. Very good. I'm impressed. I am impressed with a fully built keyboard. This feels on the quality of a lot of customs that I go through. Because like the fully built aluminum case, it's heavy. You have actual branding on it. It doesn't look like it's just something out of nowhere. It is gasket mounted, so you have a pretty good sound signature. You do have a little bit of flex in there. I'm not sure if you guys can actually see it or not. Yeah, and then you have all your wireless connectivity options. You have the wireless dongle, 2.4 gigahertz, and then you got Bluetooth, and obviously you got wired. And they all work pretty seamlessly together. Nice. Geo says nice. I agree. This is nice. This came out very well. And these are PBT keycaps, so they're technically going to probably sound a little bit lower than ABS. That board looks nice. Did you hear the sound test? It sounds pretty good. It sounds as good as it looks. Honestly, the Taro looks very vibrant on here. I like it. It looks good against the black and the gray, because Taro is just so vibrant. So I guess it's a good combination of colors there. And then the only thing I would recommend with this board is just don't take apart the ribbon cables. Just take apart the daughter boards and you'll be good to go and not have to worry about anything else. It's fairly easy to build in. You can use the stock stabilizers. You don't even have to buy aftermarket or different ones. I don't think they sound really good. Just use good lubricant, I guess. I used the XHT BDZ, so that worked out pretty well. Again, so consistent results from that lubricant. Highly recommend, and also highly recommend these switches. The Oil Kings are so nice. Like, there's a couple of inconsistencies here and there. It's like, sure, but for not having to open the switch up and lube and film them and do all that sort of stuff, it's saving me hours of work. I'm okay. I'm okay with having a couple of inconsistencies. I'm not looking for perfection, and you're not even going to have perfection with your own lubing process unless you're very good or you're paid someone that was very good at it. It's only $220. Yes, this is $220. It's gasket mount. It's full CNC aluminum. It has a polycarbonate plate, a silicone dampening, PCB foam, and I think I said already it's gasket mounted. It has RGB LEDs, but I turned those off. I turned those off. It also has a wireless dongle that stays in here, part of the board, and you also have Bluetooth connectivity. So you have all your connectivity options. You have charging, you have Mac and Windows compatibility. Those are all fairly standard, but the fact that it's all packaged into a $220 price point, while it's also fully built out, is pretty nice. I hope they sell a kit in the future where it's just the bare bones without the switches, without the keycaps. They can leave in the stabilizers. The stabilizers are fine, and that would be fine, honestly, and maybe sell it for around $180 or $190, and I think you got a very competitive board on your hands. I'm pretty impressed, honestly. Qeeke. Guys, check out Qeeke if you're interested. They're in pre-order right now. Not sure what the time window is, not sure what the time frame is. It hopefully won't be too long, and they will also come with their own custom USB cable, but obviously it's not going to be custom, it's prefabbed. But if you want to get a custom cable, I highly recommend Voxel, who might be here in the chat. Yeah, this is good. This is good. The only negative is the north-facing LEDs. If you can live with that, then hopefully it's okay for you. I'm hoping in their next rendition they're doing south-facing. Hopefully they're doing south-facing. Yeah. So that's pretty much a summation of the board and how I feel about it. Despite my recent aggressions towards the ribbon cables, that's how I feel. So hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I know it was a bit chaotic and finally came together actually, and I got it to work. I was dedicated in getting it to work. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions about this board or anything else, and I'll try to get back to you guys as soon as possible. The heck, why are we getting viewers now? I just finished it. You guys missed all the work I put into this thing. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Sound like Kronk. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. All right, there it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I recommend Oil Kings. Get them if you can, or don't. I'm just gonna recommend them. Alright guys, thanks for catching the stream. I'll catch you guys next time. Enjoy the rest of your night, evening, morning, whatever time of day it is. Goodbye, y'all.